media station.
This news report is brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans.
I'm Bree Wood with 4 things you should know with BIN News. Black Maryland Senator Angela Also Brooks recently introduced the Merit Act to reinstate terminated federal employees, criticizing Trump and Elon Musk. Joined by other senators, she announced the bill, which has over 80 co-sponsors in the House. Hamas is prepared to release 59 hostages in Gaza, telling the New York Post if a permanent ceasefire with Israel is agreed upon, contingent on Jerusalem withdrawing forces. President Trump faces a lawsuit over 20% tariffs on Chinese goods, filed by the New Civil Liberties Alliance on behalf of a Florida business that purchases and sells products from China, arguing he lacked authority to impose them. And Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says recent cuts at the Department of Health and Human Services could be reversed. On Thursday, Kennedy told reporters he expects about 20% of recently fired employees to be reinstated, as well as some programs. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
New Schools for New Orleans is committed to celebrating the hard-working teachers of New Orleans Public Schools. Join us at the 4th Annual NOLA Teacher Fest, sponsored by the All-State Sugar Bowl New Orleans teacher community. The NOLA Teacher Fest is happening Friday, May 2nd at Champion Square from 4 to 7 p.m. The fest is open to teachers, paraprofessionals, deans, coaches, counselors, and other school support staff. Visit our website to learn more and RSVP, www.newschoolsforneworleans.org.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Keep what you got till you get what you need. You got to give it out just to get what you need sometimes. Keep what you got till you get what you need. You got to give it out just to get what you need sometimes. Keep what you got till you get what you need. Oh, baby. You got to give a lot just to get what you need sometimes, y'all. Keep what you got until you get what you need. You got to give a lot just to get what you need sometimes. Now give it a break now, give it a break now. I feel like busting loose, give it a break. I feel like busting loose, stop. Bustin' loose in the evening, bustin' loose can be pleasing. I talk about bustin' loose in the meantime, bustin' loose makes you feel fine. I talk about bustin' loose, get it. Bustin' loose in my love Jones, bustin' loose to each his own. I talk about bustin' loose in my love Jones, bustin' loose to each his own. Give me the break now, give me the break now. I feel like busting loose, give me the break. I feel like busting loose now. I said, shall I know, y'all say, shall I, come on now. Shall I know, y'all say. Shala, give me the break now, now. I feel like busting loose, give me the break. I feel like busting loose, busting loose when you want the deal, busting loose doing what you feel now. I'm talking about busting loose, y'all. Bustin' loose when you want the deal. Bustin' loose doing what you feel. I'm talking about bustin' loose. Bustin' loose when you want to sing. Bustin' loose, baby, do your thing. I'm talking about bustin' loose. Bustin' loose when you want to sing. Bustin' loose, baby, do your thing. Now give me the break now, I feel like bustin' loose, give it a break. I feel like bustin' loose. Get freaky one time. Freakity. Woo. Freakity. Bustin' loose now. Freakity. Woo. Freakity. Bustin' loose. Say freakity. some money.
Gonna do that right now?
Right here. Check it out. We need money.
I say money.
Talk about money, money, money.
Money, money, money.
Money.
Come on, money.
Talk about the moolah, y'all.
I say moolah, y'all.
Money.
I need money.
Talk about money, money, money.
Money, money, money.
Money.
Come on, money.
Talk about that green.
Come on. Woo.
I say I'm gonna lay right on the line. A dollar bill is a friend of mine. I need some money.
I need some money.
Talk about money, money, money.
Money, money, money.
Next time I get my hands on the dollar again, I'm gonna squeeze on it till the ego ring. I need some money.
I need that money.
I talk about the money, y'all.
Say money, yeah.
Money.
Come on, money.
I need money.
Need money.
Talk about money.
Say money.
Talk about the moolah,
Say
y'all.
money. Gotta get it, 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 gotta get it.
Money.
Yeah, money.
Talk about the money, y'all. Every single dollar that I come across, it goes into my gas tank and out of my car. I need money.
I need some money.
Talk about money, money, money.
Money, money, money.
Ain't no other way you're gonna survive. You need the money if you wanna be live. You need some money.
I need some money.
I'm talking about the money, y'all.
Say money, yo.
Money.
I say money.
Talk about money, money, money.
Money, money, money.
Money.
I need money.
I need money.
I need money. Say, gotta get it, 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 gotta get it.
Money.
Yeah, money.
I'm talking about the money,
I
y'all.
say money, yo. Come on.
Hey, baby, we can have some fun. It takes money, but you ain't got nothing. I need money.
I need money.
Talk about money, money, money.
Money, money, money.
A good lover give me children thrills. A good lover can't pay my bills. I need money.
I need some money.
Talk about the money, man.
I say moolah, yeah.
Money.
Yeah, money.
Talk about money, money, money.
Money, money, money.
Money.
I need money.
Talk about the moolah,
I
y'all.
say moolah, yeah. Gotta get it, 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 gotta get it.
Money.
Yeah, money.
Talk about the money, y'all. Check it out. MasterCard, Visa, American Express. I ain't got nothing against no credit card
But
because
that
of
cash is the best.
MasterCard, Visa, American Express. I ain't got nothing against no credit card
But
because
that
the cash is the best.
y'all.
Why y'all got that groove right there? Why don't we do a trombone solo? Yo, Winston, do your thing.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Raylan Bryan. Thanks.
I'm your host, Kimber White Free, y'all.
Nairn's on the other side of the glass, y'all. Bringing it to you right here on this Free Your Mind Friday. So get your grass up. Get yourself some of this on this 4th day of March 2025. Thank you all for joining us as we begin today's episode of the Front Porch, coming to you from the historic campus of Xavier University from our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway. www.wbok1230.com is the address. If you want to stop on by, grab yourself a comfortable chair, a mug, or a tumbler of your favorite frosty or steamy adult beverage. Mind your manners. I'll let you people say good morning and kick it with us for the next 3 hours as we continue to examine this world through a 504 focused scope. And of course, our number one top ranking way we love to hear from each and every one of y'all. It's the WBOK 1230 AM talk line, 504-582-9422. Thank y'all for joining us. What's up, Kimba?
Good morning.
What's going on with you?
Friday.
It is Friday. Sound like it's Monday, girl.
Man, I feel like I'm tired this week. Like yesterday I started feeling it, and today it's settled on me. I'm tired.
I just said you ain't got whatever going around. Huh?
No, I
Okay.
don't. I just feel worn.
Huh?
Yeah,
understand.
and I haven't felt like this in a while, but yeah, I slept all night, and I don't have any ill feelings. My face feels a little swollen, but I don't have any allergy situation what everybody else is like kind of complaining of. But yeah, no, just tired. I don't know if it's the time of year. Well, yeah, it is that. It is that time of year um where in my afternoon is requiring a lot more energy than I'm used to exerting. But outside of that, mm,
What?
just not perky.
Just not perky.
Mm-hmm.
No cups visible, so you got no coffee, got no
No,
tea, no caffeine.
no.
So, what you
I'm
gonna do?
awake though. How are you today?
Oh, vertical.
Yeah.
I don't, I don't ask for a lot. If I can get up and head out, thank you, Father.
Yeah.
We on the way.
Yeah.
We gonna see what the day bring.
No complaints. I didn't have any like, oh, I didn't want to get up this morning. It's like I got
Oh
up
no,
and was moving and
no,
that's fine. It's
amen.
just like, how do I feel? I feel tired. That's
You think you might
all.
have got too much rest? Because that has
Um
happened to me when if I guess if I'm tired, but there's that point where you pass and you continue to rest, and like it takes a
mm,
while to get back
I felt
your
myself
energy.
get up this morning. Like, like I don't know how many people have this practice of like being in their body before they start moving.
Hmm.
And I was just I went through the my toes are moving, my fingers are moving. All right, my body. All right. Yeah.
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
what you're
okay.
talking about.
Yeah, being in your body before you start doing anything.
Gotta check, make sure everything
Not
working.
just a check, but just, like I'm alert.
That is too funny.
And
I
so
didn't
it's
know
like,
what you were
okay,
talking
I'm
about. Now I
I'm
see now. Okay.
I'm up now.
All
Okay.
right.
All
All
right.
right.
Now, that would be the moment that if I went back to sleep, I was going to wake up tired. Because you can
Because
push
you're up
past
now.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can push past that and go back to sleep.
Yeah. See, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
You get too much rest,
Uh-huh.
and it just it takes you a while to bounce back.
Yeah.
But once you count your toes, you got to get up.
Yeah, it's like, go through the
That
whole
is
part.
too
Like,
funny.
everything is okay.
Everything working.
Everything's working. All right, well.
I love
And
it.
there have been times that it's like, yeah, everything's working, but we're going to go back to sleep.
Hey.
And then when you wake up from that, you're exhausted.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes if you push past that and you have something to do, you wake up in a shock because you're hoping that you didn't oversleep.
Yeah.
So I don't like that feeling. In my younger times, I would not care, but in at this age, I don't like how that feels.
See, that's why early flights, I don't even go to sleep anymore.
Uh-huh.
Early flights,
Uh-huh.
because I've been there.
Yeah.
Waking up
In a panic.
in a panic, and and that's not a good way to start your day.
No.
It's really not. So I will fiddle around, pack,
Mm-hmm.
last minute stuff, check
Mhm.
3 or 4 times, trying to be quiet because it's late.
And everybody
in the
else
house
is
sleep.
quiet,
Everybody in the
yes.
house sleep. And
But
the
that's
dog,
the best thinking time too.
yeah, the dog be like, dude,
Leave me alone.
could you please?
disturbing me.
Yeah, could you? Let me ask you something. Do you tell your dogs bye when you left your house, when you leave the house?
Sometimes.
You do?
Sometimes when we first had them for sure, and sometimes I do. It's not all the time, but then a lot of times they're outside when it's time for me to leave
Uh-huh.
because they get up earlier than I do.
Right.
So,
right.
but if they're in the house, it's like, all right, bye, Saint Rock, bye, Tremaine. Because it's like they're looking at you like,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
Where you
say
going?
nothing. Yeah, you don't have no manners. I have manners. When people come here, I go speak at. I sniff them. Why you not saying bye to me? And so,
Mind your man.
yeah.
I listen to the
Yeah.
show.
So, but sometimes I do. I do most of my conversations with them as I'm entering the house or as I'm getting up if they're in the house.
Yeah.
Because Kamara starts working at like 6:00 in the morning
Mhm.
and they lounge around until around 7. Then it's like, all right, we got to go outside. And St. Rock likes outside.
Mhm.
He will just lay outside. Tremaine, after a while, he's like, I'm over it. I'm coming inside. So, yeah, it depends on where they are. You talk to them as if they understand. Some things they do understand. They have trigger words, Food, outside, let's go. Walk is definitely
Walk
a
is
what
the
what
trigger.
what? Huh? Who? Me? Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. And we'll go to their harnesses and be like, yeah, this
Yeah.
this is what we're doing. So some things they understand, and they understand tone for sure. Because when
Whoa, yeah.
somebody's done something, it's like, oh, you're not talking to me. That's one of them over there. No, I'm fine. I'm okay.
And when you talk to them and they're not looking, they just turn their head to the. That's what Columbus
Yeah.
does. Columbus. I said, bro, why you told? Because I really talked to him.
Mm-hmm.
Why you told that stuff up? Because right after he had his little surgery,
Mm-hmm.
oh, he was a terror. When I got home, he had been cut 3 times, and some stuff that was there when I left wasn't there when I got back.
Oh.
And he was wearing the cone,
Uh-huh.
bruh.
So was he like running his stuff?
Oh, he was tearing up stuff
because he couldn't reach it with the cone with
and
his
he'd
face.
knock it over. So
Uh-huh.
he'd knock it over. He'd take the cone. He learned he ain't no dummy. by
No,
a
they're
long
not
shot.
dumb by
By
any
a
stretch of the
long shot.
imagination.
So he said, well, this what I got. So I've got a wider. So he was pushing stuff. Got upstairs. Because I had the door closed. He went upstairs, jumped over the suitcase, pushed on the door till he opened it. Right? Now, I wasn't there, but I knew you had to do that. It wouldn't have just happened otherwise. Got in the bedroom, knocked the stuff off the nightstand, both sides of the bed, right? Turned it up, and I came in, but he didn't do nothing downstairs.
Uh-huh.
Downstairs is fine. I went upstairs, Columbus. I go downstairs and there he is on the sofa.
Who?
I said, bro, what the? And,
Yeah.
he speak like I speak.
Uh-huh.
And what were you doing? He said, you know what? I said, you know what, you little?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't going to touch it. I ain't going to touch it. I'm going to wait till that woman get home. Look, that's I threatened the dog. With my wife. I said, I'm not going to touch it.
Wait till your mama get
Wait
home.
till you, I'm not going to touch it. And then when I sit on the sofa, he won't come in. No.
Nah,
Go
we
sit
not
over there,
friends,
bro.
buddy.
We ain't kicking it like that. Go sit
Uh-huh.
over there. But I asked that because my neighbor heard me. I was leaving. And I said, all right, homie. I'll see you later this evening, all right? And he, rarely answers.
Right.
But I'm headed out the door. My neighbor said, you tell him bye? I said, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She said, wow. I said, you going to be in the house by yourself? I let
Right.
him know I'm coming back.
Right.
She was just like, I never.
I want to record them when we're not there to see
What
like
they do?
what they do. Since it's the two of them,
Yeah.
St. Rock, we could tell like the evidence of when we weren't there and things. And he really did. He doesn't like mess up a lot of stuff, thankfully. But like their interactions with each other
Be
to
great to
see
watch.
what they would do. Secret life
How's your
of
day?
pets.
Yeah. How's your day, puppet?
Mhm.
How's your day? It's the
Mhm.
Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Stick and stay, y'all. It's Free Your Mind Friday. We're going to see you on the other side of the break.
Hey, this is Steve Poston. Be sure to listen to WBOK 1230 AM every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and Sunday evening at 5 p.m., bringing you the best Southern Soul barroom music with the Southern Soul Weekend Party Mix, hosted by me, of course. I'll be playing your favorite Southern Soul music by artists from all over the South, right here on WBOK 1230 AM or online at WBOK1230.com. The station you listen to longer. Listen to longer. Listen to longer.
Good Friday morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. Tragedy in Lafourche Parish as crews have recovered the bodies of 2 people killed in a plane crash. The flight took off from Belle Chase and was heading to Houma before crashing in Raceland on Wednesday night. The wreckage was discovered Thursday morning. Lyle Payne Pimento and Lauren Minke Miller were killed. Officials say it may take days before they can pull the plane out from the site, and this investigation will go into the weekend. Today, we expect to hear more from the courtroom in the court case against the man charged in a deadly dog attack. The LASPCA says they will give testimony in court today, as 2 of 3 dogs involved in the attack will remain in their custody. The dog attack killed 81-year-old Barbara Stewart outside her home in New Orleans East. Bridges' bond was originally $100,000, but he's since bonded it out. His next hearing is set for May 5th. One lawmaker wants a tax deduction on tips, something he says will help hardworking middle-class families. State Rep Alonzo Knox filed the bill, which would apply to people making $65,000 a year or less. Knox says his constituents who work hard as Uber drivers, barbers, and at restaurants are hurting financially, and this is one way to offer relief. Now, you may have noticed gas prices are going up. AAA says the price you pay for a gallon of gas jumped more than 10 cents this week. The agency says refinery maintenance and the switch to a summer blend are among the factors driving up the price. But some speculate prices are beginning to creep up because of those newly announced tariffs. I'm Daryl Forges. That's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day and a phenomenal weekend.
Hi, this is Cary Grant. Let's elevate every Tuesday through Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. as we discuss the community, the country, and the world, from politics to current events and sports. We look forward to your input and continuing the quality programming on your community station, WBOK. Join us every Tuesday through Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m. on Elevated Conversations, the Arnie and Cary Show.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
I feel the presence city calling.
back, yo. It's the Front Porch. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Braylon Bryant Beck.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Good morning, y'all.
Brother Naira's on the other side of the glass, y'all. Bringing it to you right here on this Free Your Mind Friday. So get your brass up. There you go. And get yourself some.
Mm-hmm.
Good music right there. Who that was?
No. Use your words.
Something blood.
Wait, what you
Use
Young blood blast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, listen. I do that charades, Jack.
Use your words. Use your words.
Young Blood's brass band
No.
right there. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Getting it to you. And you were young. That's why you pointed at you, young, and then Blood. Oh, yeah,
Thank
see?
You old young.
Yeah.
You are old young.
Yeah.
See, I understand. You count the souls.
Yeah, he is a young old person for real. Naira says stuff, and he says stuff very it's not prominent, like it's not overpronounced because you kind of mumble when you talk, and so if you're not listening, you'll miss out on it. But some things you say like, "What?
Yeah,
How do you?"
I've heard him get in a couple.
Yeah, he slide them in very
I've heard him get in a couple.
just under the radar. If you're not paying attention, if you're not astute, you will miss out on a couple of things.
And among that milieu, he's just they ain't ready.
Yeah,
Keep on going.
It's like that's why
I said,
when he hits the buzzer, like that is your outward demonstration of the slice. But for people, if they don't listen to you when you are speaking and listen to the slick in your words, it'll be missed. It'll be missed. But I always catch it. I always catch.
I'm about to say,
we are there, and it's like, oh well, it's funny, and I don't think that's unfunny. I think that you should probably say that again so that other people could hear it because they missed it. They missed it. Attack of the technology.
Jumped out at you. Boy.
Sometimes you gotta pop out.
Yeah, see, if I had a dog, I'd tell him and I'd nod to him like Brother Man from Marty said.
Yeah, they respond to that.
They will.
Dogs respond to that head nod.
They will.
They do. They recognize it.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, they for sure. Animals are so when it's thundering, for the most part, they're not overly needy pets. They do like to be pet. The Kamara and the kids do enough of the petting and all of that stuff. I don't really like the pet because every time I got a pet, I gotta go wash my hands. But if it is thundering outside, Saint Rock will force wherever your hand is to assure him that I'm okay.
Touch me.
Like, hey, I am afraid this noise. I do not like it. Touch me.
That's right.
Put your head and keep doing it. And keep doing it because I am scared of this noise and the moving. Because of course, animals feel the movement a lot more pronounced than we do. Outside of that, if you look like you're having like a tired or sad day, they'll just kind of come and put their head on your lap. So I love that they have empathy without even being able to communicate it through words, but they are able to attach to you or, the imprinting, I guess. But the other thing is like Kamara is the alpha in the house. So if they're all in the office and Kamara gets up and walks to the kitchen, it's the line of they're in line following him
let's go
wherever he go. Yeah. Even to the point, like if he's going to the bathroom, because he'll go to the back.
Door.
And
please leave me alone.
And they'll come and it's like, And it's like, what? No, he's back there. Yeah.
I'm going to the bathroom.
And it's like, yes, go sit down somewhere. Just get out my room.
Because Columbus knock on the door. I'm trying to kid. Columbus knock on the door. I had the bathroom door closed. I'm in the bathroom. and Columbus looking
The
around,
scratch.
and he come.
Yeah.
I'm in the bathroom. Wait, say, bro,
Yeah.
all right, come on.
Yeah. That
They
is
did-
bothersome. Because it's almost like having like little babies. Because when you are a mom with the carrier, I broke that from my kids because it was like at some point I gotta have 5 minutes at something by myself. Like be in your space, leave me alone. But even as adults, well, and almost adults, they'll knock on the door. They don't bother their daddy.
No,
I don't understand that.
they don't bother my wife. They bother me. I'm not gonna say they. He will come to me. He not going. She does. He whatever. Ma. You listen. You good. What? But with me, no. Just like you were saying, I can't go nowhere if he's out on the patio and I'm on the sofa. I get up and go run upstairs, grab something. Bro, you was asleep. You was chilling. You was on the patio. You was stretched out in the sun. You was baking. You was good. Yeah, but you left.
Yeah.
You left, dude. I need to go see where you going. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Going right upstairs.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Go rest yourself.
I love them puppies. Though.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Mark said, I bought my Jazz Fest tickets yesterday for the Whalers featuring Julian Marley.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the Saturday? I think that's the first Saturday. No. I think
Steel
the Whalers
Pulse
the
and the
second.
Whalers are two acts that I know if they're here, Mark's going to see.
Oh, absolutely.
Those are his two favorites. 'Cause every year he is mentioning either of the two.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think you could throw Third World in there.
Mm-hmm.
They were here. Oh, yeah. If it's some good reggae, man, some classic reggae, for sure. For sure.
I'm not a big reggae fan. I know
I
certain
love it.
songs, but I'm not a fan of the genre.
Oh,
May 2nd.
I love it. I love it.
I don't dislike it. It's just like that's one of the genres that
I got hooked.
I
man.
have an appreciation of it, especially if it's lyrically
Oh, yeah. That's what
well
got me.
written. But outside
Oh,
of
yeah.
that, I'm just that's not a
Protest
draw
music.
for me. That's not a draw for me.
Before it became toasting, like before it became more hip hop ish. But no, early reggae was protest and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got hooked, man. I saw Bob and the Whalers
Mm-hmm.
in the warehouse. 16.
Okay. Okay.
Me and my cousin Kelly. I think tickets were. I don't think we paid $10. I think tickets were like $8.
$7.
Yeah, tickets like
$8.
$7, $8, something like that. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Baby, did we go? And I'm telling you, greetings in the name of His Majesty Ali Selassie Jah Rastafari. Oh man, that's how the show started.
Mm-hmm.
Bob's
Okay.
voice lit up everybody. Ziggy was like 6 or 7 dancing around the stage with his dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh man, what a show!
Hmm.
What a show! And ever since then, it's just been like,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Sounds
was
like
hooked.
fun times. Sounds like fun
It
times.
really was, man. To see Bob and to have experienced that. Rita, I mean the whole band. This was, I think, in '77.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This was in like '7. This was like one of the first tours that brought him here.
Mm-hmm.
And this was, I'm telling you, it's Bob Marley and the Wailers, and it was the entire Wailers, the classic, the original band. His wife, Rita Marley, was one of the I3s because he had 3 background singers: Judy Moad, Rita Marley, and Marcia Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 went on to have careers, and then you had the whole Wailers band, Junior, and oh man, and then Bob.
Right, in and of itself.
And then Bob snatched off the town, and at that time, film cameras, digital cameras had not.
No, it was the real.
Yeah, it was film cameras, 35 millimeter cameras, and pop flashing. And imagine all those cameras. There wasn't no prohibition against bringing
Right.
cameras in. You could bring cameras in. And Bob had on the tam, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when Bob took off that tam,
And the hair fell.
and well, he shook it. So he snatched off the tam and he shook his hair like that. But you got to imagine all these thousands of flash bulbs.
Mm-hmm.
So it looked like a strobe light. Click, 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 click. I'm seeing it right now.
Mhm.
I'm seeing it right now as I'm talking to you. And he just on it. And the band Natural Mystic killing it, just killing. And if anybody ever been to the warehouse, you know the name is just what the space implies. The warehouse. It was, in fact,
A
a
warehouse.
warehouse out on Chapatulas, out front of town, and a big old space, classic concert venue. A few of those, like the bleachers they'll have in the park, the metal bleachers they have in the park. Some of those when there were no seats. When I tell you bare bones, but a killer sound system.
Yeah.
Killer sound system and 4 walls and the ceiling. Concrete floor. But man.
No frills.
No frills. Nothing
Just
but come there
music.
for music.
Mhm.
Come there for music. That and oh man, Bob was, I'm telling you, it was a life-changing concert. Ever since then it was
You're sold.
I'm done.
Mhm.
I'm done. 504-582-9422. Hey Larry, good morning.
Hello, Grillin. Hello, Toby White, beautiful darling.
Good morning, Mr. Larry.
Look, Grillin,
Yes, sir, boss.
I have a friend of mine that was trying to go to Woodstock and was on his way to Woodstock, and the traffic had stopped him. This dude was into all kinds of music.
Yes, sir.
Seen it all. Been to all kind of concerts. Been all over the country. And when he seen Bob Marley at the warehouse, I was supposed to go with him, Grayling. Something detoured me. I don't know what it was because it was so long ago. When he came back, he told me that's the best concert he ever seen.
Ever.
Until this day, Grayling, he says the same thing.
Ever.
Now, this brother has seen 1,000,000 concerts. Nothing ever came close to Bob Marley.
Nothing. And I
Nothing.
can tell you, Larry, I can
Yeah.
tell you from being in there. I'm
Yeah, I
telling
know,
you,
man.
this
He
ain't what
told me.
nobody told me. This is what your boy was in. And this was, when I think of concerts, even today, that one comes, it's the top. It's the number one.
That's what he told me, the same thing.
Yes,
but
sir.
see, Grayling, but I had to make up. So I seen Peter Tosh,
Yeah.
singer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you see that?
I was at that concert. Yes, sir. I
Oh,
was.
man.
Wait, listen.
I thought I seen God. But Peter Tosh, it was so good. And a lot of young boys they wasn't into reggae. They was getting into it.
They was just getting it. Yes, sir.
Just getting into it. And they seen this. And the singer, I don't think the singer had never had a concert like that before.
And they never did afterward.
They say, because you know why? When Peter Tosh lit up on the stage,
That was a wrap.
everybody in the audience lit up.
Everybody
So, singer
in
said,
dude.
we're not going to have no more reggae concerts
No.
again. I think that's the last one they
That
had.
was the last one they had. That was
Last one.
it.
And Peter Tosh was something. Well, he was with Bob Marley now.
Oh,
now
yeah, he was one of the original. Well, yeah. Him, Bob Marley, and
Bunny Wailer.
Bunny Wailer. Yes, sir.
Now, this might be controversial. Now, I told you I lived in Jamaica for 4 years.
Yeah.
Some guys, dudes who aficionados into reggae, like myself, say that maybe Peter Tosh might have been a better performer and singer. So, that's to be debatable.
It is
But
debatable, but
it's
you know
debatable.
what Tosh
But-
wasn't.
It's hard to say anybody was Bob, but Peter Tosh was no joke.
No joke at all. I was at that concert. Let me tell you something. At that time, I thought to myself, the worst job in the world was being the usher at the singer for the Peter
Man,
Tosh
they tore it up,
concert.
man. It was
They
getting
finally
loaded.
gave up. You remember they were trying to get everybody to stop,
they
put it
couldn't.
out, and they finally just gave up, and
Gave
we
up 'cause
got
it was
a
promotion.
show That was incredible. Yeah, Tosh tore it up. I
We
was
had a
in
lot
there.
of young black dudes there.
Yeah,
and
bro.
when they heard that kind of music and seen Peter Tosh light up on the stage,
On stage.
that was over.
Yes, sir. And everybody in the audience. And this was way before 420, way
Yeah.
before it was acceptable. I mean, if they wanted to, they could have bum rushed the whole joint, took everybody. They didn't.
Took
They would have had
everybody
to.
to jail.
They
and,
didn't.
You know,
But it was, yes, sir.
Here was a controversy between Bob Marley and Peter Tosh. The agent,
Chris
thought-
Blackwell, who Peter Tosh
Yeah,
called
Blackwell.
Chris Whitewurst from Island Records. He could not stand him. He thought he was a thief. He thought he was a charlatan, and he was not as diplomatic as Bob. Bob was a little more diplomatic. Peter was like stepping razor.
Peter was a gangster.
Peter was
he
the gangster.
Revolutionary.
That's right.
He sung revolutionary music. So did Bob.
That's
But
right.
I thought that Bob would make he would be better acceptable.
Yes.
Because he was a mixery.
He was. He was, and he talked
Daddy
about
was
that.
was a sugar cane. He was a boss of a sugar cane.
Yeah,
and his mother
Neville
was a Jamaican
Riley.
black woman.
That's right. That's
So-
right. And he met Sedella.
That's
Sedella.
right.
His mother, Neville Riley, was over the sugarcane farm, and he
Yeah.
became Bob Marley's father because Sedella, who his daughter, Bob got a daughter named Sedella after his mom.
Right.
His second daughter.
True that. You know the history, man.
Man,
You
that's
got
my
the
man.
history.
I told you after that concert, dude, I was
You was
life
true.
changed.
You nobody could tell you nothing.
Couldn't tell
And look,
me nothing, man.
You know,
Dude, look, Larry, dudes, and I was talking about, man, why y'all going to see that Hawaiian music? That's that
Hawaiian?
That's,
Oh,
they ain't
man,
know
they
no better.
don't know, man.
They ain't
but
know no better, but guess
then
what?
Bob Marley was spiritual. He was singing some stuff,
He was
man.
singing some spiritual stuff. He was
Stuff,
singing stuff
man.
that
He, you
struck.
know,
Yes,
and
sir,
you know,
boss.
him and Peter kind of bumped heads. Peter and the guy, you know, the agent really thought that Bob would be acceptable because Peter was tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah, yeah.
See, my sister thought he was cat's meow when she seen Peter, and she liked his music too.
Right.
Now Peter Tosh was singing legalized marijuana 35 years ago.
35 years ago.
He was singing that. And here's another one. I'm leaving y'all with this. The record I like the most, he said, if you're a black man, I don't care where you're coming, where you
Every
came from, you're
man
African.
is an African. That's
sung
the
that,
name of the
man, and
song.
he meant it.
Men don't care where you come from. As long as you're a black man, you are
You're
an
African.
African. Yeah.
Yeah, so we ain't no Caribbeans or no
Come on
Americans
now.
or
Come
no
on
Cubans.
now.
We Africans.
Yes, indeed.
So that's the kind of stuff Peter Tosh was talking.
Yes, sir, boss.
You
Yes,
know, the
sir.
guy said, this might sell, but, you know, I ain't mad at Bob Marley. And I know what you felt, Grayla, because my friend felt the same way. And he's still living. Say, man, that was the best thing he ever seen. So tell me this, Kimber. You ever got into reggae?
I know songs. I never was attached to the genre, but I know songs. Yeah, I know songs, and I know groups. I know some of the groups, but as a whole, no,
I
I'm
know.
never
It's
immersed into the
a little
music.
bit before your time.
Kind of
So,
little
you
bit.
know.
No, I mean we still had I still had exposure. That wasn't a genre that I kind of fell into. I'm aware of it. Yeah, I hear that
We
you all
lived it.
fully
Listen,
indulged.
y'all liked
Yeah.
it. We lived it.
Yeah.
Still living it.
It's still I tell you now. Now look, Grayla, Kimber.
Yes.
My children, you know, I have relatively young children. I have another older. My son is 28, and my daughter is 31.
Okay.
So they into reggae because I played it a lot.
You played it. See, bro.
You know all the songs, and I forgot. I said, y'all, so I didn't think that it would rub off the way it did, but I played it a lot.
Play a lot of it. Trust
They
me,
know
I'm going to tell
everything.
you that
They know
story.
everybody.
We
So.
got to take this break, bro. We've been talking
All
about
right,
Bob
Bob,
way
glad to
over.
talk
All
to
right,
you. I
brother
don't get to
Larry.
talk to nobody like this a lot.
Yes, sir. Enjoy your weekend, baby.
All right,
We'll talk
Mr.
soon.
Larry.
All right, Toby White, beautiful darling
Yes,
Kimber.
sir. Have a great weekend.
All right, Larry.
All right.
It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
They can stay, y'all. Free Your Mind Friday. Don't go nowhere. We're going to see you on the other side of the break.
This is your news update for WBOK 1230 AM from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Another mild, muggy, and breezy start, partly to mostly cloudy skies with highs in the low to mid-80s. Another mild night, lows in the 70s. Saturday sees more sunshine, highs in the mid to upper 80s. Early morning storms expected Sunday, leaving around noon. 60s and 70s for highs next week. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
Are you passionate about community safety and police accountability? Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor, we're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Get the facts and stay informed. We're breaking down complex issues, highlighting community voices, and holding people behind the badge accountable. Join us for an informative hour every Friday at noon on WBOK. Your city, your police, your show. The Monitor's Mic.
Welcome to Liberty Bank and Trust, where your financial journey transforms communities. Since 1972, our customized banking solutions power your dreams and fuel your community growth. Every dollar you invest with us circles back to empower more people, ensuring opportunities for generations. Join us at Liberty Bank. Together, we empower possibility. Visit libertybank.net to start banking with purpose. Liberty Bank, there's freedom here.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Brian Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Brother Naira's on the other side of the glass. Y'all right here, Free Your Mind Friday. Get your brass up and get yourself some. Great conversation right here, and we going to continue. Good morning, Pop Jones. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Amen. Yes, it is.
Yeah, God woke me up.
Amen.
Gave me some more time, and I thank him for it. But I wanted to ask you, Braylon.
Yes, sir, Bo.
How many times that Bob came down here?
The one that I know of, that was
yeah,
the first
I don't
show.
know of. Yeah, I missed that.
That was it.
And I don't know of any myself.
That was 77, I think, in the warehouse.
Warehouse.
And
I've
that
been
was
to
the
the
only
warehouse
one.
a number of times.
Yeah.
The last time I went to the warehouse, I saw, I think, Regina Bell, Barney James, and Will Downing.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that's
That
the
one
last
was
set.
right before the warehouse shut down.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That was some kind of concert.
Yes, indeed, man. No frills. That's what I tell you. The warehouse was just that.
Yeah.
No frills at all.
All I needed, Grayling, at that time was a few drinks of wine, and I was all right. I was able to stand up.
Oh, yeah.
Through the whole concert.
Through the whole concert. And dance and move back and forth.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Yes, sir.
Fun.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
I actually saw
Grayling,
Kiss.
that's what I wanted to say.
Yes, sir.
I take part in a pop up of Ferret, and that's where I get my license. Gentilda in the Blues Festival, it booked out. Looked like you got I don't know when you got to put in, but I picked up Art, his music, and then I got old school reggae. I don't have like Steel Pulse. That's new, right?
Well, newish.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at
Newish,
this point,
yeah,
Steel
that's
Pulse
30
is
years.
30 years at
It's
this
way-
point, but I
way
know what
after
you're
Bob
talking about.
Marley and
Yeah.
Peter Tosh and all those guys.
Yeah, that's classic rock. Bunny Whale and Peter.
Yeah.
Movie
I
Baruka
got.
and- yeah.
Every time I see pictures of them when I'm traveling, I buy them and I sell them. You know, when I go up to the festival, and I got one. He looked like he a little boy. Buy him all that. He was very young when he died. How old?
Oh,
He
he
was
was,
when he
yeah,
passed.
when that cancer got him, I think he
36.
was 36, man. He was a young man.
Yeah,
He was a
young
young
man. He had a lot of children too.
Yes, he did. Yes, and his children have a lot of children.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. That generational wealth in the family, man. They got
Oh
control
yeah,
of the
this
stuff. And
still, especially
Yeah.
his son. What's his name? All
Ziggy has been over, but his
Ziggy,
daughter,
yeah.
Sedella,
And
the
his
one that's
daughter,
named
they
after
look
his
like they're the most
grandmother.
popular one.
Yeah, the one that's named after her grandmother, Sedella. She runs that whole deal. She is like,
okay.
yeah. Oh, it's family,
I
man.
didn't
It's
know
beautiful.
about her.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that reggae music, man. Is
So,
the
Pop,
bomb.
you gonna have a booth at the Ferret Fest? You say?
But they canceled. We were supposed to set up. Too sad, you know, all that rain was.
Yeah, that's
supposed to
when
come.
That's right. That's right.
They
That's right.
canceled it, and man, it broke my heart. They're not gonna have none.
Yeah,
Till
they put it
November.
on.
I don't know. Well, I can't. I won't get myself in no trouble. But I was expecting her to do one, maybe this month sometime. But she said she's not gonna have it until November.
Till November. Well, look, man, if you
Yeah.
get a pop-up, you let us know. Please let us know where you're going to be, all right? So we can come out and support you.
Yeah, I have most all my stuff is on CD.
All right.
Yeah,
All right, Pop, well, enjoy your
I'll
weekend,
do
man.
that. I'll let you know.
Please do.
'Cause, I got a partner. He got he's in process. He's a barber shop. He got a barber shop with about 7 or 8 people working in there.
Okay.
And he's supposed to do something soon.
Let us know, Pop. All right?
Yeah, I will let you know.
All right, my friend. You enjoy the
Well,
weekend,
thank you
man.
for taking my call.
Absolutely. You take
How
care.
your man doing?
He doing all right. We talked to him yesterday, man. They canceled his surgery because of a blood clot, but you know.
Yeah, they can't take no chance.
Yeah,
with that,
that was a
man.
good
could take
thing,
you
man.
out of here.
We haven't heard from him today, but I'm sure we will.
Yeah, okay.
All right,
Y'all
Pop,
have a
you
blessed-
take care, man.
Have a good one.
All right. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Stick and stay. Y'all don't go nowhere. It's Free Your Mind Friday. We're going to take this quick break, and we're going to see you on the other side of it.
campus of Xavier University. WBOK 1230 AM. Go. An Equity Media Station.
This news report is brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans.
I'm Bree Wood with 4 Things You Should Know with BIN News. The Senate voted 52 to 48 to advance President Trump's budget plan, which includes steep tax cuts, increased immigration enforcement spending, Pentagon expansion, and a $5 trillion debt limit increase. A tragic incident occurred at a Texas high school track meet where 17-year-old Austin Metcalf was fatally stabbed by 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony after an altercation. Metcalf, a student at Memorial High School in Frisco, died in his twin brother's arms. Anthony, a student from Centennial High School, has been charged with first-degree murder. Train service between Philadelphia and New York has resumed after a crash in Pennsylvania that killed 3 people. The victims were on the tracks in Bristol Township and were hit by a southbound Acela train. And a 21-year-old black man in New York, Sebastian Bozil, has been cured of sickle cell anemia using a new gene therapy called Lyfgenia. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
New Schools for New Orleans is committed to celebrating the hardworking teachers of New Orleans Public Schools. Join us at the 4th annual NOLA Teacher Fest, sponsored by the All-State Sugar Bowl New Orleans teacher community. The NOLA Teacher Fest is happening Friday, May 2nd at Champion Square from 4 to 7 p.m. The fest is open to teachers, paraprofessionals, deans, coaches, counselors, and other school support staff. Visit our website to learn more and RSVP, www.newschoolsforneworleans.org.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230
It's the Front Porch, y'all. Welcome back. Sticking with us as we roll into this second hour of today's program. I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Bank.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Good morning, y'all.
And we're continuing our broadcast from the idyllic campus of Xavier University, from our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway. So you know we home. www.wbok1230.com is the address. If you want to stop on by, you're welcome to do so, or give us a call, 504-582-9422. Free Your Mind Friday. A lot of stuff going on in the city.
It is. It's going to be a busy weekend.
It is. And we got a little company to tell us about something going on.
We
Kimber.
do.
Yes,
we
indeed.
do. Welcome back to the Front Porch to both Jalinda Gibson Allen and Terry Brown Sanders. Is it Sanders? Did I say that right? Yeah. I hate when I mess up people's names, but I don't always ask in advance. But welcome back to the Front Porch. Last year we had conversations about the artists, and you all are back to talk about the artists. And I'm gonna step back and let you all take the floor. We were instructed. We had some directions about you all sharing your thoughts, and I am going to acquiesce and permit that. Let's
Look
go.
like you don't know nothing about what she's talking about. Look like you don't know nothing about what she's doing. Say, wait a minute, hold on, who did it?
From. Well, we can certainly do that.
Yes.
We are members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated,
Mm-hmm.
and we are hosting our 2025 Artie Awards program. The Artie Awards actually began in 1997.
Okay.
And this program actually honors members of our community in different genres.
Mhm.
Arts, we have literature, music, patron of the arts.
Yes.
We have visual arts. So we have a good mix, a good gumbo of artists from the community that we'll be awarding, and that we do every year.
And not like the Roses and Revolutions, because you also offer and recognize somebody with the Roses and Revolutions. I'm gonna be dating myself, but you guys had album, an album, Delta Sigma Theta album. I think called Roses and Revolutions, and some it wasn't that? See, I learned about DST before I learned about ABC. You understand? I did. So how does that particular one, because that struck a chord with me. I remember that album. What does that particular, we're going to talk about them all, but what does that particular Roses and Revolutions recognition mean?
So that particular recognition is actually for a soror.
Okay.
Right? So we intend to honor a member of the organization, because all of the other awards are for the community.
For the community, yes.
But we definitely have a lot of talent within the organization, within New Orleans alumni, and so we give the chapter an opportunity to nominate the members, and then the vote happens just like all of the other votes happen for the awards.
Right.
But this is really to celebrate within
A member of Delta Sigma Theta.
That's correct.
Right on.
That is the intent for that particular award.
I love that.
That's exceptional, because oftentimes people, when you're in service, you always are reaching out to recognize what's going on in the outward community. But sometimes we got to take care of our own too, because the hard work that goes into keeping these programs going. People don't know the tireless, the endless, the volunteer hours that go into recognizing people and supporting programs to support the global community, specifically of the African American community. Y'all just don't know all of the things, and you know, we've had some comments and conversations about what happens in our Greek letter organizations, and the mystification of what goes on. Listen, we're not boiling cauldrons. We are having deep discussions, and I mean countless deep discussions on how we can best serve the communities that we are a part of, and this is just one manifestation of what is going in. So 2025.
Yes.
New Orleans Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated. We have the Artie Awards that are coming on, and the Front Porch got to be in the number. The Front Porch got to be in the number of honorees of the patron of the arts, and my Leo to my left, because are there others, according to him, other than
there are other
Leo?
signs?
Yes, others of us exist. We are grateful to be in the honorees of the 2025 class of the Artie Awards, but we definitely want to.
Thank you. Thank you.
Goodness gracious, so modest, isn't he? Want to
There's
talk
no
about what goes into your selection in your disciplines of the arts, because New Orleans, being that it is a city that is full of many artists, many creatives, how did you all narrow it down to this year's 2025 class?
So what happens annually is that we put out to our chapter a call for nominations for different community members in those different genres. They are then received. We do vetting to make sure that these artists are in our service area, and then we present everyone to the chapter for voting.
Okay.
So it is, it's a vote that takes place through our chapter. And lo and behold, the Front Porch did win, along with some other very notable artists in the community.
Oh, we are in some great company. Yes. This year's class includes the original Panettes brands of that we are huge fans of. It's Free Your Mind Friday. This is our brass edition of the Front Porch, and their music hits the airwaves via the Front Porch every Friday. I don't think we've missed. Then we're in the area of drama and theater, Leah Grimes, and literature, Jared the Dreamer Green, and visual arts, Edith Gross, Rising Star, The Roots of Music. We've had Derek on the show quite a few times, and we are huge supporters of The Roots of Music and the program that they have created and are continuing to build. Roses and Revolution, Jasmine Watts is also a part of this 2025 class, and I think I got
Except
everyone
for the
except
patrons
for
of the arts.
yes.
We'll talk about them in a little
Yes.
while. This year's event theme is Celebrating Excellence, Unveiling the Masterpiece Within. How did the committee choose that theme? And tell me a little bit about what went into that.
Right. So within our arts and letters and arty committee, right, we get the members of that committee to submit their options in terms of what they think that the theme should be about. Right?
Okay.
So when we talk about celebrating excellence, we just heard the list of names. So that one is straightforward.
Apropos.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So the second part, unveiling the masterpiece within, all of our recipients are true masters of the artistry that they represent. Like it was mentioned earlier, it's tireless work. It comes from deep within the soul, straight from the heart. So everything within them, they have poured into the artistry that they are going to be representing for the event. So when that theme was presented, we just thought it was perfect.
Okay.
We thought it was perfect. They are masters. They present their masterpieces day in and day out. They embody and love what they do. And so when we put those two slogans together in regards to celebrating excellence, and when we talk about unveiling the masterpiece within, it is just befitting of the entire class of 2025 Artie winners. And so we stuck with that, and that theme is going to resonate with within the show tomorrow. And we looking forward to it. You all will see the connection for sure. And I know you all feel it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about us. I had just assumed that that's what you were. Yeah, that's, when I saw the theme, celebrating excellence, I
a little bit.
Little bit.
I already told you the modesty.
I gotta tell
Apparently
you,
he's excited.
I am very
Braylon
excited.
Is excited. And
I am.
And we are happy for that.
And humbled and honored.
Definitely.
I make light of it, but I have to tell you guys that this is truly an honor. I know the standards of DST, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. There you go, Ma. Because I don't know DST. Okay. But I know what you guys stand for. I know what you do. I know your history. I know what you have always been about. And to be recognized by yourselves, it is truly humbling because the members of Delta Sigma Theta and the D9 as a total represent the highest echelons of every field of endeavor that one can think of, not just in the United States, but internationally.
Yes, internationally.
Internationally. And to be singled out, to be recognized, to be honored by this group is very humbling because I've been to events where the level of honoree, I don't even think
that you
about
fall. Yeah.
That I would come into that category. But
here you are.
Well, yeah. Yeah. And here I am and very appreciative, looking forward to the event. The artists have become a big part of the award season here in New Orleans. What year is this?
Good question. We are getting close to 30.
Getting close to
So
30.
I think we right at 29.
Okay.
29. So that Katrina time frame kind
Yeah.
of.
And then COVID and everything, we start to, yeah.
So we have to do a little shifting. We're not like right on target, but we getting close to 30 years.
Okay. Wonderful. And that speaks to the longevity. That speaks to the idea that there are so many deserving people that you can recognize both outside the organization and within. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you guys for that.
Yes, thank you very much. If you've ever attended the Arties, it is a huge celebration of talent from within the community and put on a grand display. And some people you may be familiar with and some people you may have not been familiar with, but to see or to hear about the contributions to their areas of discipline it is humbling to be a part of the class of 2025 because
Absolutely.
when you set out lists, this wasn't on my bucket list for 2025, but
And this
glad
list,
to be there. Yeah.
to be honored with the original Pinettes and with the Roots of Music and Derek Taub and the folks. I mean, those are, one is the tradition that have been carried on but switched up because it's the only all-female brass band that is out here. But at the same time, Taub and the Roots of Music take what they do and give it back to the kids, to serving that continuum of the gift that jazz music New Orleans gave to the world, and to be a part of this at the same time. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you
We're
very
looking forward
much.
to it. Now, you also have Ricky B. Money is the honorary, and that, that's not to shake your head. We talking about us.
Right,
But,
right.
but you guys got a heavy hitter. Tell us how that came to fruition.
Well, again, he was nominated
Okay.
by one of our.
You guys are so democratic
We
and
are.
different. Y'all vote
We
everything.
are. Let me tell you something.
Everything we asked was
What's
was
happening
voting on it,
in the
and
meetings?
people
We talking, we voting.
Well, let me
I
tell
love
you,
it.
because as you know,
Oh,
Delta
yes, ma'am.
women are very strong and outspoken women, so we have
Robert's
to be.
Rules of Order.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Exactly.
There's a method.
Yes.
There's a method.
Yes.
You have not been recognized by the. Listen.
Yes.
Y'all.
Yes.
Y'all really want to know what happens in these meetings? It is not what you have created in your imagination. There are rules.
Serious.
It's
There
very serious.
are rules to this thing.
Very
There
serious.
are methods to it, and
Very
so in the democratic representation of what the body wants, the bully or the loudest voice does not always get their way if it does not follow the protocol.
It does not. And let me say, though, I think that when this name was brought to the fold, we didn't get any other nominations
Wow.
after
Really?
this name. So that's how powerful
Absolutely.
he is. He is definitely a powerhouse. Definitely known throughout the church community.
Yes. Yes.
in Louisiana, especially the city of New Orleans, nationally known, worldwide. He has performed for Queen Elizabeth. He's performed at the White House quite a few times.
Yes, indeed.
So he is definitely, like you said, a force to be reckoned
A
with.
force to be
Yeah.
reckoned with.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is, as always, going to be a wonderful world-class event, and it is actually taking place on Saturday, tomorrow, April 5th, at 4 p.m. at the McDonough 35 Senior High School, 4000 Ron Eagle Way, New Orleans, Louisiana, 70122.
Yes.
And the event is free and open to the public. To redeem your free tickets for the Artie Extravaganza, you could probably go to the website.
Eventbrite.
Eventbrite.
Yes.
And look for the Arties,
You look for the
Arties,
That's
on
correct.
Eventbrite. Go there. It is free, but you need to have, you need to check in. You need to go get an Eventbrite ticket. Don't just show up talking about Grail and say I could come. Because there's going to be some trouble. I'm telling you right now, that's not going to happen. Yes, that's not going to happen. So go and check that out. It's happening tomorrow. Jerlinda Gibson, Terry Brown, Al Sanders, thank you both so much for taking time out, because I know this event is it's putting out a bunch of fires and keeping a bunch of balls juggling in the air.
Yes.
So thank you guys for taking the time out of a very busy day to come and stay with us, talk with us, and let us know what's going on. All right?
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
We will see you
Yes,
there.
we'll
Lord,
see you
spare
tomorrow.
life and the creek don't
Yes.
rise. We'll see there. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Stick and stay, y'all. It's Free Your Mind Friday. Don't go nowhere. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
This is Monica Pierre along with Sally Ann Roberts Daybone, co-host of Your Power is On.
Tune in Sunday mornings from 7 to 8 a.m. for music that feeds the spirit. Get your Sunday on.
Right here on WBOK 1230 AM and WBOK1230.com, the station you listen to all day long.
Good Friday morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. Tragedy in Lafourche Parish as crews have recovered the bodies of 2 people killed in a plane crash. The flight took off from Belle Chase and was heading to Houma before crashing in Raceland on Wednesday night. The wreckage was discovered Thursday morning. Lyle Payne Pimento and Lauren Mickey Miller were killed. Officials say it may take days before they can pull the plane out from the site, and this investigation will go into the weekend. Today, we expect to hear more from the courtroom in the court case against the man charged in a deadly dog attack. The LASPCA says they will give testimony in court today, as 2 of 3 dogs involved in the attack will remain in their custody. The dog attack killed 81-year-old Barbara Stewart outside her home in New Orleans East. Bridges' bond was originally $100,000, but he's since bonded it out. His next hearing is set for May 5th. One lawmaker wants a tax deduction on tips, something he says will help hardworking middle-class families. State Rep Alonzo Knox filed the bill, which would apply to people making $65,000 a year or less. Knox says his constituents who work hard as Uber drivers, barbers, and at restaurants are hurting financially, and this is one way to offer relief. Now, you may have noticed gas prices are going up. AAA says the price you pay for a gallon of gas jumped more than 10 cents this week. The agency says refinery maintenance and the switch to a summer blend are among the factors driving up the price. But some speculate prices are beginning to creep up because of those newly announced tariffs. I'm Daryl Forges. That's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day and a phenomenal weekend.
Saints of God, it's time for us to tell you the truth. It's time for you to start your 21-day challenge. Don't take another day. Do it right now. Call 504-701-4711. That's the whole water stove, Pastor David Impartan Sr., the host of Change Your Water, Change Your Mind. This is the water that's designed to change your body, the way you think, the way you act, and the way you look. Why don't you start your 21-day challenge today? For $35, you can start it right now. Call me so we can set up your appointment. 504-701-4711. That's 504-701-4711. Change your water, change your mind.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
On the other side of the glass, y'all. Bringing it to you right here. Free Your Mind Friday, so get your brass up. Good to have y'all here with us. That was a great interview there.
That was.
With the ladies from Delta Sigma Theta Sorority.
Surprise.
That's right. And as now you know, we will be getting an Artie Award for the Patron of the Arts tomorrow afternoon at this year's Artie Awards. Along with the original Pinettes, Leah Grimes, Jared the Dreamer Green, Edith Gross, The Roots of Music, and Jasmine Watts.
How about that?
Kind of like that.
Huh.
That should be pretty cool.
Sound kind of fancy
And
to
Ricky
me.
Money is going to be there as the honorary chair.
Mm-hmm.
And Renee Ford, we didn't mention, is the mistress of ceremony.
Yes. Shout out to another Ron Eagle.
There you go. Shout
Be
out to
on
Renee
Ron
Ford.
Eagle Way. Yes.
She's going to be the mistress of ceremony. It should be a very, very nice show. And don't forget, go to Eventbrite if you want to attend.
Don't be showing up, said.
That's right.
They said we said you need tickets.
And I'm saying it twice.
Right. You need tickets.
That's
Make
right.
sure that you go to Eventbrite to
Now, the
secure
tickets
your
don't cost anything.
They don't.
I need to make sure you understand that. There's no cost involved, but you have to do something.
Yes.
No cost, but you do have to do something.
They need to make
Real numbers, keep numbers, and it's the fire code, the mark. They got to know if they're getting sold out. Yes, you got to know, baby.
Get out of my brain.
It's logistics.
Yeah.
See, if you pay your money, you don't have to worry about that because they're going to count it when you pay your money.
Right.
That's why it's just not show up, right? So go to Eventbrite, see about your tickets. If you want to come, please do that, and we'll go from there. All right? We'd love to see some of our fans out there since it ain't costing you nothing. We like giving away free stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Dr. Sangika. How are you, sir?
Well. Good morning to you and good morning to Kimber. How are you all today?
Doing well. Good morning.
Very well.
Good. A couple of things I want to chat about quickly. One is that concert that Marley gave at the warehouse was July 1978, not 1977.
78?
Yes, it was 78. Originally, it was scheduled for May 7th, 1978. The reason that's memorable for me is we had just inaugurated Dutch Moriel on the 3rd of May as the first African-American mayor of the city.
Okay.
And this was a big treat for me as well as for some of my students who I wanted to hear the politics of reggae music, which was the first time they had ever heard of anything that progressive or radical, and couldn't believe that white folks were allowing somebody to say the things that Marley would say in his music, So it was a very exciting time for us. I had helped facilitate getting him to Boston in 1976. Yeah, in 1976 when he first started coming to the United States.
Okay.
But they'd gotten him into Boston at an earlier time, and so I had the privilege of hearing him close up in that setting, and that warehouse concert was boss.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was extraordinary to the max. And I think that's the only time we got him.
That's the only time I think he ever been in New Orleans, Doc. That was it.
Yeah. That's the impression that I had as well, and so it was a unique and extraordinary time in history because that was that 1976 to 1980 period was a very fertile time in the national politics, of the country, and so having Marley's commentary was a huge advantage for those of us who were teaching political science courses all over the country because you didn't have to worry about what the textbook said. Marley was a textbook.
Yeah.
It's plain and simple. He was a textbook, Kimber, and you didn't have to like the genre. It's the content that mattered, and for me, that is sometimes the relevance of music. Is whatever the genre is one thing, but is what is they say? What is the message they're trying to convey to the world? And Marley was an extraordinary communicator of good messages, for good times, for good people, and invited us all to get involved in good trouble, as John Lewis would say.
Yes,
so
sir.
I just want to mention that. But the real reason I was calling is today, 47 years ago, April the 4th, 1968, the trajectory of history was changed because our dearly beloved brother, prophet, and saint, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was taken away from us on April the 4th, 1978. And so, 1968, my era. I'm still with Marley.
I understand.
Yeah, and so this is a time and a day to deeply reflect the things that are happening here in America today. I think this is a time for us to remember that Dr. King left us with a message of hope, a vision and hope. His last book, Chaos or Community, Where Do We Go From Here, is a must-read for anybody who thinks they want to understand who King was, because this was the late King. This is not the early King.
Yes.
And
yes,
in this book, he was supporting Black Power, among other things. He was attacking, poverty and racism and militarism. And if he were with us today, which his spirit is, he would very definitely be on the side of the progressives challenging the madness that is emanating from the White House right now. But I also want to point out that Louisiana's victory this past Saturday was a new milestone. It was announced on MSNBC, in case you all missed it.
Yes.
That Rachel Maddow did a very excellent exegesis, if you would, on the significance of the Louisiana victory. I mean, she really laid out a nice perspective, because she put it in the context of the other victories, the state victory in Pennsylvania that occurred, and of course the most recent victory in Florida in the counties that were super ruby red, and that the Democrats turned blue. Though they reduced the margin of victory from 30% that Trump got in the last election to around 13 to 14% that they got. The Democratic candidate. That was a huge statement. And of course, what happened in Wisconsin,
yes,
was another master statement from the activists on the ground. So Louisiana was placed in that context, and you rarely hear Louisiana getting placed in political context nationally like that.
This is true. So, sir.
So New Orleans and Louisiana, congratulations again for the good political work that was done. By beating back, the ultra right-wing MAGA forces, and it was in the context of the larger fight back. That's what I'm calling this whole movement. It's a fight back movement, and this was part of Fight Back NOLA, not all of it, but part of Fight Back NOLA. And again, we need to analyze how that was done to make sure that we can continue to struggle in that way, and to be a part of the larger progressive movement. And so Louisiana was one of the four that got some national accolades. And so I wanted to just make sure that the people of New Orleans and the people of Louisiana understood that what they did by rejecting those four constitutional amendments was a milestone in this fight back movement. And we should keep that energy up.
Absolutely.
So anyway, but I want to make sure we understand that we all should stop today to celebrate the mountaintop that he got to. But as he said, I've been to the mountaintop, I've seen the promised land, and I may not get there with you, but we as a people will get there. And that is the lesson of history. We as a people will get there. And the vision and the hope that he left with us has not disappeared. He may not be with us physically, but he is with us politically, he is with us spiritually, he is with us culturally. So we give all praises to Dr. King today. Sifa Zote, all praises due, and our shade to the good life that he left and the examples that he left for all of us. And I hope that we can teach our children who he was and what he meant to the world, not just to the United States, but to the whole of humanity. So I just want to share all of that, and thank you all for giving me the opportunity to say a little bit of something. And Sister Kimber,
yes,
I
sir.
know that you love reggae music, and the genre really is not what matters to you. It's the content. That's why you can love it, and then put the content of the genre in another place, because you understand what it is that people like Marley were saying. I believe, because I believe you to be a conscious person. Otherwise, you wouldn't be sitting right there next door to Uncle Graylin.
Sure enough, because he already told me I was vetted before I even sat down here. So
Sure, you're
you're telling the absolute truth there.
Sure, you're right. Sure,
you
right. I
you
know
was
you
doing
have
so
the
good,
next to
Doc.
him.
You was doing so good, man.
Rasta vibration. Oh, no, indeed. We know.
Yes,
we know
sir.
that. We know
Yes,
that your
sir.
spirit is there. So I just want to enjoy Friday, free your mind Friday, and enjoy the rest of the day listening to how you are going to help us free our minds. And just always enjoy the brass music on Friday. It's a special treat
Yes,
and the
sir.
only place that I get this is specifically WBOK Front Porch on Friday morning. I just want you all to know that. And in Houston, that's a treat. So I look forward to it. I make sure I get up in time that I can hear the Friday show.
Yes,
Thank you for
sir.
that,
Thank you
Doc.
for that.
We
All
appreciate
right,
you,
so-
man. Enjoy the rest of your
Okay.
weekend, and we'll talk to you soon, all right?
Very good. And just remember Martin Luther King today, everybody.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, Doc.
Have a good weekend.
Take care. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Elwin.
Elwin.
We lost him. God, well, call us back, E.
Yeah, you expressed, well, I asked and you said, because had I not asked, I don't think you would have said about having vetted me before I got to settle in to the scene.
Oh, yeah.
And you probably wouldn't have said that if I hadn't asked, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to ask more questions.
Because the answers are forthcoming.
Mm-hmm.
The answers are most certainly
But you got to
forthcoming.
ask.
But you got to ask.
Yeah.
I told somebody, I told her it's for a family member. I said,
Mhm.
I'll do anything for you except one thing. He said, what? I said, come look for you. I'll
That's
do
fair.
anything for you except one thing. I ain't come and look for you. You need me, I'm here. Call me. I'll do whatever I can for you, but I'm not coming to look for you.
That's fair.
And he was like, all right, yeah.
That's fair.
If you reach out, I'll do whatever I need to do, but I ain't coming to look for you.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fair.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was.
No, I mean, that's fair.
That's all I could be. That's all I look for. That's all I look for. Fair.
And I don't even know why I asked. It was just I was curious.
You
and
wanted to
so,
know.
yeah, I was like,
That's
yeah,
why.
I wanted to know.
504-582-9422. Did we get him back? What up, Elwin?
Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Braille and Brian. Thanks. Good morning, radio family.
Good morning.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing fine.
What's
I'm
going
doing fine. I'm taking my medicine on time, so I'm doing fine.
Very good. Very good. So what you got going on this weekend? It's Friday.
Ain't too much. I can't visit Mary Jane.
Good. You talked to you know I was gonna ask you.
Had we gotten some verification
Good.
on what needs
the
to
doc
happen?
say stay.
No, I decided not to fool with it.
Good. Look at you acting grown. Look at you. And let me tell you why I'm glad about that. Because I was going to tell you the day after I checked to see if you asked the doctor, did you check with the people? Because I was going to say.
Well, I did.
I
did
know you
check
didn't,
with
but
them.
you decided. It's all right. It's all right. You decided to keep Mary away from you for a little while longer. You decided to do that, which is even better. Because I was going to say, if you didn't, what if at the end of the summer when you went to go get the procedure done, they told you that your reuniting with Mary push you back another 3 months.
Right.
See what I'm saying? That's why I wanted you to check with the people to find out if you were going to be doing yourself any harm in the long, not in the short term, but when it's time to get it done, people say, if you would have left Mary alone, we could have done it today, but now you got to wait another 2-3 months. You feel me?
Well, don't worry. I'm going to be reunited with Mary.
Oh, I know you will.
Somewhere down the road.
She ain't going nowhere. I heard she was waiting on you.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, how's y'all weekend going to go?
Well,
tomorrow we've got plans.
That's right.
As we are have made it into the class of 2025 of the Artie Awards recipients. So we'll be at the McDonald 35 Senior High School on tomorrow with the other recipients and guests of.
You went to 35?
I did. Class of 1994. I am a third generation grad. My grandparents, maternal grandparents, my mother and father, and me.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know. I think my cousin graduated from 35.
Okay.
So, that was that's all right.
Mm-hmm. And so, did your friend ever bring your DVDs for the weekend? You said somebody was bringing you some Hendrix, I think, for the weekend.
No, he's supposed to bring him today. He's supposed to
Okay.
bring him today at 1 o'clock, around 1 or 2 o'clock today. I don't know. I haven't heard from him this morning, but he said he's gonna call me and let me know when he's gonna bring him. So, but that's not gonna be any good because I'm not gonna be up in the air for that. You know, I mean, I'll get them, but
you can still enjoy the music. You don't need that girl with you every time, bro. Say, bro, go ahead on now.
But it would be more relaxing if I did.
It would be. It would be, but it ain't. It can't be. Don't do that to yourself. You got till you get your surgery and your procedure done, and Mary gonna be right there waiting on you. All right. Matter of fact,
that's right.
I might call
That's
her
right.
cousin. I know her cousin. I might see if I can get her cousin to make a stop for you when it's that time when you could be reunited.
Okay, it sound like a good idea.
Yeah. I hope so, cuz. Just, how long it's been already? 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah. There you go. You good now. That's almost like Lent.
Literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, one thing about it, I get to have. When is Easter?
Easter is. We'll
know
tell you in a
this year.
second. I should know when Good Friday is because I can start drinking again.
The April 20th.
April 20th.
Yes.
There you go. So that means Good Friday is April 18th.
Yes.
There you go.
So I'll be able to eat the fish and stuff like that. So that's fine.
You'll be all right. You might not eat as much because you won't have the munchies, but you can still eat.
Yeah, I mean, my appetite has really been off since the last time I've been when I was in the hospital.
Easter's on 420.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, it threw it off when I went in the hospital. So
okay,
so I still have an appetite, but I'm saying, it's not as good as it was.
That's all right. That's all right. When it's time to get it back up, you know what to do. You got an appetite inducer that been working for quite some time. Make you home. Yeah, but you can't deal with her until after you're better.
Right.
There you
right.
go.
There you go. And the man came in, and the person came in to wrap my knee this morning. So I'm fine with it.
You'll be all right.
I'm good either way it goes.
Get your music, man, because that's going to help soothe your nerves. Even if you ain't floating, you can still enjoy the music. You understand?
And not only that, I get to see what's her name, Winona Judd, this weekend on Channel 12 at 11 o'clock.
There you go. Okay. So you could have some Jimmy and some Winona. As long as you don't have no Mary, you'll be all right.
Well, I prefer Winona over Mary any day.
No, you don't. That's just lies and garbage.
Well,
you could meet Mary. You could just fantasize about Winona. Don't stunt. Mary ain't but a phone call away. You be the rest of your life trying to get the Winona.
Yeah, you're right. But Winona, I think Winona is cuter than Mary is.
Yeah, but Mary easy to get to.
And Mary make you feel different.
Come on now. But you can watch it. You watch Winona Sunday night on the PBS and enjoy that show. And enjoy your weekend, man. All right?
You too. Y'all have a good weekend.
All right, my brother. Be safe, and we'll talk to you Monday.
Talk to you Monday.
All right, bro.
All righty.
Don't be a knucklehead.
I ain't gonna make no promises. I don't know why you trying to put me on the spot. I ain't tell you make sure you don't call
Mary. All right,
Mary.
Elwin. Talk to you later.
All right?
All right.
Bye,
I'm
bro.
out.
Later.
Bye.
It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Don't go nowhere, y'all. Stick and stay. We're going to take this quick break, and we're going to see you on the other side of it.
This is your news update for WBOK 1230 AM from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Another mild, muggy, and breezy start, partly to mostly cloudy skies with highs in the low to mid-80s. Another mild night, lows in the 70s. Saturday sees more sunshine, highs in the mid to upper 80s. Early morning storms expected Sunday, leaving around noon. 60s and 70s for highs next week. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
I'm Grant Sashera.
And I'm Ro Brown.
Please join us for the Sports Report, Wednesdays and Fridays.
At 8 p.m. on WBOK.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-335-2299. That's 800-335-2299. Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-335-2299. That's 800-335-2299.
Welcome to The Community Scientist. I'm excited to bring you our quarterly review of the latest research. If you live or work in St. James, St. John's, St. Charles, Ascension, Calcasieu, Baton Rouge, or St. Bernard parishes, it's vital that you have access to clear, objective information about lead, hexavalent chromium, and cadmium, and how these substances impact your health and our natural environment. The Community Scientist is a service program of Rise St. James, supported by our dedicated TCS research team. To learn more, visit risestjames.org.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Everybody get your roll on. 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 Everybody get your roll on.
What New Orleans is talking about
all day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Brian Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Brother Nyron's on the other side of the glass. Y'all bringing it to you right here on this Free Your Mind Friday. So get your brass up. Let us know what's happening. 504-582-9422 is the number. Good morning, Josh. What's good, brother?
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Doing good, baby. And yourself?
I'm good. What's up, classmate Kimber? You know, Clark finished the matriculation in
was 35, yeah. When y'all had
so
had the platoon my junior year.
Yeah. No, if you graduated in 94, that was the same year you graduated.
Was it? I don't remember a whole lot about my senior year. I was on field trips most of that year.
Okay. Yeah, 94, we graduated the same year. So I'm part 35 too now.
No, Lord. Yeah, by way of going to the school, in the school building.
Okay, it's still the same math.
All buildings, no. All buildings do not matter. No, sir. Move around with that one.
What trying to do? I don't know what you're talking about. Actually, I prefer Clark. Our class and hallways was more spacious. Really more spacious.
That's important.
But you're talking about reggae music. I got my reggae virginity broke by the best album ever, which was The Legend.
Oh, Legend's a great album, man.
I
Legend
believe
is
it's
a
the best reggae
great
album ever.
album.
So
Yes,
that's
sir.
how I got my virginity broke with reggae, man. When I heard that, ain't no turning back for me after that.
Well, that was all the greatest, man. You got dumped into the pool full of nothing but gold. That was the greatest. But go back if you get a chance and just listen, because he made some excellent albums, all of which did not make the Legend album, because that was only the mega hits, the big
I heard
hits.
those two. I just saying that was how I got into it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what baptized me right there. That Legend album.
That's a good boy, listen. You couldn't ask for a much better way to get introduced. I can tell you that.
And tell me about it. That's like started smoking weed in Jamaica. That's how it felt.
Yes, sir.
Beat that. So yeah, that was ever since then, it was him, Still Pulse, and a few others. And I used reggae music to get my mind acclimated to the warmer weather approaching.
Oh yeah,
so,
I can dig that.
Yeah, so I only listen to it in this period, from probably the end of Mardi Gras till about the beginning of May.
Mardi Gras to the beginning of May?
Yeah, the end of Mardi Gras to the beginning of May.
Okay.
Because, Mardi Gras is all Mardi Gras music, so I don't touch anything besides that.
You're purist.
Yeah.
I understand.
So after that goes, it's like, okay, I need something to look forward to. So
the springtime.
Yes. So the reggae music will give me that, like, yo, spring coming. Yeah, you're right. Sundresses.
There you go. I was hoping somebody would mention it.
It's always a message of my madness, Graham.
That'll be one of the downfalls of spring this year, that sundress season, I have to go to children.
It would never be the downfall of spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't participate in sundress season until after work hours.
There you go.
You anyway. Nobody looking at you. We ain't looking at you.
Boy, watch your mouth. People still look at me. Don't play that. No, sir.
Don't
do that.
You say we, not people.
Don't do that.
People looking at you. We
Don't speak for the people. Mm-mm.
Oh, I'm talking about
hold up, man. We want to talk about you like that.
Yeah, you taking it out of context. I ain't talking about you like that. I'm talking about for like us, for like we ain't looking at you like that. Now the mother people, they can look at you like that, but we not.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Josh, get this straight.
Man, and also I finally watched both of those number one call.
Oh, the one for both leading males
First on the
and
call
females.
sheet. Number one on the call sheet.
Yeah, I watched both of them. Only thing kind of still irked me is hearing Halle Berry be still excited about that Oscar she won and the way she won. I'm like, you did better work than that, dude.
Yeah, but it's not your work. It's not your work that counts. It's what the folks at the Academy see as a breakthrough work. It's just like I talked about Denzel. I didn't think Denzel's best performance was in Training Day.
No.
But the Academy thought that it was. Just like, I agree with you 1,000%. I don't think Halle Berry was the best in her work when she did Monsters Ball. But the Academy did. And I don't think she thought, because if you watch that, she was shocked.
No, the way they put it, she knew she was winning it. I look at it like this: whenever they use a black presenter for that, somebody who's black going to win. That's a telltale to me.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
To me, it is. From what I've seen, from that documentary, like, okay, Denzel up there presenting it, black person going to win it. So, but it's still telling me the ignorance of Oscar voters, ignorance of our ability to be multifaceted. Like, yo, she did better roles than that. Even though I'm not a big Halle Berry fan. If anyone got snubbed, was that Angela Bassett?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
See, because again, it's not your work. It's what they deem to be the best. And that's what the members the members of the Academy vote for the Academy Award. And
I know.
Yeah, how do you get to be a member of Academy? Yeah.
That's a conversation.
Well, I know how you could. I know how you can not be a member of the Academy. That's go up there and slap them.
Your people are there. Your people are there, and they vote. We vote.
Very small.
Yes.
Very,
Yeah,
very
well,
small.
but see, it was a time when there were none. Now
Yeah,
there are
it is.
few, and slowly but surely it is getting. But again, most of those folks would say, it was cool when I got it, but that's not why I did it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. My job wasn't. I didn't go out here to do it to try to get an Oscar or to try to get. I went out there to try to do the best work that I could, and then it got recognized.
It just made me think about actors and actresses that wasn't in that documentary. Like I don't think a lot of folks give Tisha Campbell the respect she deserves. Tisha put some work out on these streets, man. In good work.
I don't know if you're going to get that level from television. I'm going to be honest, because even if you recognize Will Smith, they rarely talked about Fresh Prince. See, television is a different medium. When you talk about number one on the call sheet, I think they were talking more about cinema, movies, and other than Do the Right Thing, School Days, when Tisha Campbell was one of the pretty girls. I don't remember her movie career. What else was she in movie-wise?
She was in Boomerang.
Yeah, she's in Boomerang.
She was the next-door neighbor who was aggravating. And then outside of that, she's not had any leading roles.
No, yeah.
And
that's the
she's done theater. She's done Broadway. Little
theater.
Shop of Horrors is definitely one that she and Tashina Arnold were in.
Yeah.
And
she's television.
Like, they could have probably pulled some stuff from them. Like, I'd rather have seen at least Tashina Arnold too up there. I'm like, I like to hear from her too to see how she thought about.
And if they do some TV,
and neither one of them have done cinema. I don't know that they've done cinema, like leading roles in cinema.
Right. I don't know if they've ever been number one on the call. She said, I don't remember Tisha.
Tisha did a movie,
Tisha did the House Party series, but still, even then, it wasn't a major. It wasn't major roles for that.
They were supporting roles.
She did a movie with it was Tommy Davis, not Tommy Davis. This weird guy he was light skinned with dreadlocks. She did that movie with him.
Yeah, but she's not. Again, they're not number one. See, it's not you're not pulling the movie. That's
one in that movie. It didn't do well, but she's not one in that movie. But like I say, some folks, I'm like, I really want to hear from these cats. Like, I would like to hear from Clifton Powell, man. Clifton Powell, that dude.
But he's done Broadway, and he's done episodic television, but never on the big screen. He's never been a leader. He's never been a lead actor.
He's never been a lead actor, but he's done it. I just like to hear from those unsung ones, I guess.
Yeah, I feel.
Those cats who did that work, and now they constantly work.
They journeyman. See, that's what it is. But see, let me tell you something. They are good because see, when you working steady, you won. If you an actor and you working steady as an actor, brother, that's the award, that check, because that's rare. To be able to actually do several years just as an actor with nothing else, trust me, cuz.
That's what Denzel was saying, pretty much like, man, as long as I'm working.
Long as I'm working, baby. That's the key. That's the key.
And you've seen him more on Broadway and cinema than on television.
Yeah, he didn't
do a lot of television. That wasn't his medium.
That's right. He started off in theater. We got to take this break, Josh. Thank you for that, cousin. Have a good weekend. All right, baby.
You classmate.
Boy, get off the phone.
It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Don't go nowhere, y'all. Stick and stay. We're going to see you on the other side of the break.
Campus of Xavier University. WBOK 1230 AM. Go. And Equity Media Station.
This news report is brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans.
I'm Bree Wood with 4 Things You Should Know with BIN News. Millions in the eastern U.S. are bracing for potentially historic flash flooding. Severe storms have dropped up to 4 inches of rain, with another 8 inches expected through Saturday, especially in Missouri and Kentucky. President Trump says tariffs are having the desired effect and he's open to negotiations. Countries are seeking trade deals to avoid tariffs and manufacturing plants are returning to the U.S. Meanwhile, the stock market had its worst day in nearly 5 years, with the S&P 500 dropping nearly 5%. New York City Mayor Eric Adams' switch to running as an independent has sparked reactions from his former Democratic rivals. Black City Council President Adrian Adams calls it one of the worst-kept secrets, while City Comptroller Brad Lander said Adams can't escape accountability at the polls. And Zelle is shutting down its app, but services will still be available through participating banks or credit unions. Users will need to re-enroll. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
New Schools for New Orleans is committed to celebrating the hardworking teachers of New Orleans Public Schools. Join us at the 4th Annual NOLA Teacher Fest, sponsored by the All-State Sugar Bowl New Orleans Teacher Community. The NOLA Teacher Fest is happening Friday, May 2nd at Champion Square from 4 to 7 p.m. The fest is open to teachers, paraprofessionals, deans, coaches, counselors, and other school support staff. Visit our website to learn more and RSVP, www.newschoolsforneworleans.org.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Brian Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Other Nirans on the other side of the glass, y'all. Bringing it to you right here. Thank you for sticking with us as we roll into this third and final hour of today's episode of the Front Porch, continuing our broadcast from the historic campus of Xavier University from our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway. www.wbok1230.com is the address, or hit us up on the talk line, 504-582-9422. Sweet dreams are made of this. Yeah, it's a good song right there, man. The brass band music. The Eurythmics to get you into it. Just look the
That's
picture.
a word.
The Eurythmics. Yes,
That's
indeed.
a word to say.
And the vocalist Annie Lennox.
Yes. She's a flute player. I know. You don't ever recall that being a highlight of
I
her
always
music.
recall that I had a special attraction to flute players.
Did you?
I did.
No, okay.
Yes.
Well, she's a flute player.
Yes, indeed.
She's a flautist.
A flautist. You gotta love that.
Not words you say every day.
Flautist. Yeah, you got to work that into your conversation today. All right.
Yes, indeed.
Josh said, Cam, I believe Eddie Murphy should have hit Marlon Brando when he said the N-word. Well,
was he actually calling him that?
No, he was quoting him.
Oh,
he was quoting him from not Trading Places. The first one with Nick Nolte.
48 Hours.
48 Hours. 48 Hours. He was quoting him because if you remember the scene from 48 Hours when they went into the ballroom and he told the white boy, say, I'm your worst nightmare. I'm an N-word with a badge. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And if you haven't seen it, Eddie Murphy is recalling the story because his agent called and said, hey, man, Marlon Brando wants to meet you. And Murphy said, Marlon Brando? Hold up, man.
That's
Marlon Brando.
That's a name.
That's Marlon Brando. So he went to see Marlon Brando, and he said they were sitting in there talking, and Marlon Brando told him that he said, in that scene in 48 Hours when you walked in and he said he did it, and of course we talking about that.
He repeated it.
Eddie Murphy started doing Marlon Brando, right? And when he said it, and he did the scene again, and he said, that's when you became a movie star. He said that one right. He said that. And Eddie Murphy said, he said, well, damn, Marlon Brando, because he calling him by both names, which we all want to do. Marlon Brando won't see me. So, of course, you refer to him as
Marlon Brando. Because not Marlon Jackson.
No.
Not Marlon Jones.
No. Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando.
And that's what he said. That's when you became a movie star. Right then. But yeah, man, it's a great two documentaries. One of them talks about leading black men. The other talks about black leading women. Again, and the title is Number One on the Call Sheet, which is you the star, baby. You are the star.
How does that translate though in dollars? Because everybody who makes it number one on the call sheet, does it translate?
You're the best paid on that film.
On that film.
You see, you got to understand, call sheets are individual to each project. They're going to be a different call sheet for every project you do. So you may very well be number one on the call sheet for this project, and which would indicate that you're probably the highest paid person in this crew, in this cast, because you're number one. But that may not be the case on the next film, right? Because it's always, to me, like if a Black Panther is cast, who's number one on the call sheet? Just be best. Who's number one on the call sheet? Chadwick Day.
And so is
Chadwick Day. Can't be Chadwick.
And so is Michael B. Jordan's character.
Michael B. Jordan's character is gone. So if you come back with another one, who's number one? If Angela Bassett and I don't know.
What's that big old man?
Can't be Zeus. Now he died.
No. That was from they lived like in the mountains and wore the furs and stuff.
Okay.
And he's a big man.
Okay.
Did he fight? Ooh, he's something to look at. My God.
So if you were saying anything about
he would be one. He would be one that would be in the in the lineup for number one on the call sheet. Because good Lord, that man is.
Oh yeah. Well, yes. Denzel said he's been number one and still wasn't the highest paid on the features.
Now that's weird.
No. See, because what he's talking about is there's a difference: cast, crew, and executives. All of them are part of this production. So you may be number one on the call sheet, but when it comes down time to the executive producer, the producers, the other people, they're going to get more money than you. But as far as the cast and things like that, the people who are actually numbered on the call sheet, which is most of the cast, you might be biggest paid among them. But that don't mean you're the one that's getting the big money out of the deal.
Winston Duke.
Winston Duke. Now, I don't know if Winston Duke can open a film. See, would people...
Could he?
Well, see, other than you.
Could he?
Who else would go because he is in the movie? See, that's what the thing about Denzel. People go to see the movie because Denzel in it. People go to see the movie because Michael B. Jordan in it. People go to see the movie because Halle Berry in it. Angela Bassett's in it. They can put butts in seats. That's a commodity. You can put butts in seats. That's Eddie Murphy put butts in seats. Billions in film revenue with a B. Another cat who can do it, Sam Jackson. Put butts in seats. Billions in film revenue. So, you got to be able to carry your part if you're going to be number one on the call sheet. Yeah.
And what is this guy's name? Daniel Kaluuya?
Oh, from Queen and Slim. Kaluuya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he hadn't lost his mind, of course, he would have been another in that list. You got Lupita, you got Denai Goria. Those they're still with us
they're
in the
still
universe.
in the universe.
But I mean, I don't know how much more you're gonna do with Angela Bassett's character,
right?
Because she's a queen. She's not fighting. She's not a part of the action pieces of the movie. So I mean,
and it may be done. The whole, it may be a spinoff. They may go for and try to spin into a whole new, younger Marvel universe, a Black Panther universe, where you find who is the up and coming young star and put them out and see. Because see, that's what this whole thing is. It's a crapshoot.
And then
it's a crapshoot.
After Wakanda Forever, you did have the Son.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's going to be opportunity for somebody.
Yeah.
There's going to be opportunity, but the question is whether or not y'all will accept them. Y'all being the public. Because that's who makes the difference. That's who makes the difference. I like what Morgan Freeman said. Morgan Freeman said, I just want you to know when I come to the set, I may be number one on the call sheet, but I'm no different than anyone else. I'm an actor. I'm here to do a job. And that's what it's all about. But move out the way a little quick.
Hello, yeah, because that sounded like a lead up to
move out the way a little quick.
A lead up to the bovine excrement. Because on the front end I'm saying one thing, and on the back end I'm saying something completely different.
Yeah,
no.
Now Josh said they didn't talk to Cuba Gooding Jr., who has been number one.
He's infamous right now.
Yeah, but not because of his stuff, but because what movies was he number one on that made that impact? See, it's kind of a popularity contest, but the popularity is counted in dollars. The popularity, other than, but he wasn't number one on the call sheet with Men of Honor. I think that was, wasn't that De Niro?
De Niro.
De Niro was number one, but, it was a good movie. I really like Men of Honor. But I don't know any other.
His filmography is so random.
And see, he's rarely been a star. He's done a lot of ensemble. He's been in a lot of stuff, but to be the one at the top of the bill, number one on the call sheet, that's what we're talking about. I don't know if he's been there, did his movie have enough oomph for somebody to say, come and helm, be at the number one on this next movie.
His filmography is odd. Looking at the movies and I don't know, it's high, then it's low, then it's dumb. I don't know.
Yeah, well, listen. It is a crapshoot. You don't know which one, but steady work again is the goal.
Josh, who do you like?
Steady work is the goal.
Goodness. He said, I don't like Reggie Hudlin, like talking about it.
He
So who do you
directed.
like,
That was a great.
Who do you like?
He executive produced and directed the men's side of
the
number one on the call sheet. Yeah, number one on the call sheet.
Well, he did one of them because it was a woman who did the other.
Who did? Yeah, it was a woman who did the women's side.
No, they split it. For, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna go back and look at it. I think it was two different producers, was it, or directors? Let's see. Number one on the call sheet.
That's what Cam said. Josh Cube isn't top of mind in the industry these days.
No, he's like,
and he did some stuff, but I don't know if you're able to.
Okay, Shola Lynch and Reginald Hudlin. So
yeah, because she did the Shola Lynch did the ladies, the women.
Okay.
Leading ladies of Hollywood.
Gotcha.
And he did the men. Regina Hall, Regina King, all of them, man. That's because that girl been since she was like 5 or 6 as a little girl.
227.
227.
And things before then, but 227 is the most memorable role.
That's right.
Did they cover Cynthia Erivo in this one? Did they?
I don't think they did because I don't remember seeing her. No, I don't remember seeing it. I don't know if other than when they were doing this, I don't think Wicked was out yet. So the other,
she's done other stuff, but she just not.
Harriet,
she's
but I don't
not,
know how many number one on the call.
People are not really fans of hers.
Well, yeah, I know she said some stuff about black people, but listen, baby, you got your opinion, but you gonna find out just like anybody else. It's not us that's gonna be, it's the world. And when they like you, they gonna give it to you, and when they don't like it, you gonna be out. Ask Cuba.
Oh God.
Ask Cuba.
But his behavior is really
but we're talking about her behavior.
We're
talking about her behavior.
But no, his behavior, like what she said, was like changing people's opinion. Like his conduct over time, it was just like the first time it was a fluke, then the second time it was like, dude,
Omar,
you are just inappropriate. Like, go sit down. Go sit down.
Yeah. Omar is actually working. Well, you're right, Cam. Omar Gooding is actually doing some work now. He's doing a couple of things, but you're right. He's doing more work right now than his brother.
Yeah.
So
and he's been around a long time.
Oh yeah, and
as a child actor.
Child actor, background, and that's what it's so handy when you can say you're a working actor.
It's like he was in Smart Guy. And I want to say maybe he was in like Hanging with Mr. Cooper or something like that, but he's been around a while. But they have some odd views on stuff. Like once you put a camera in front of those people's faces and they start talking, it's like, something is really wrong with y'all.
Yeah. It's but again, those guys were like minor celebrities in Black Hollywood.
Yeah.
That was, they did not have the same life that we did.
Yeah.
We saw them because Cuba Sr. was
a singer, Four Tops, music, living out in Hollywood, exposure to stars, Four Tops, and all the folks who were around those, and all those were hand in glove because so many people went from music to film, and it was all running in the same circle. So as young people, they were exposed to those kind of things. So yeah, it's not much different for us that influence. Oh, he has the same birthday as me.
Uh-oh. You and Cuba Gooding?
Senior.
Cuba Gooding Senior.
Yes. April 27, 1944.
Yeah, well, same month and day.
Yeah.
Yeah, year might be different.
Quite. He's older than my parents. So, yeah, for sure.
Yes, indeed. But that boy grew up, again, son of a celebrity. You're in a certain strata and you are exposed to more things than the average individual would be. So, you might see life a little different.
I guess.
It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Don't go nowhere, y'all. It's Free Your Mind Friday. Stick and stay. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
Friday morning, I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. Tragedy in Lafourche Parish as crews have recovered the bodies of 2 people killed in a plane crash. The flight took off from Belle Chase and was heading to Houma before crashing in Raceland on Wednesday night. The wreckage was discovered Thursday morning. Lyle Payne-Pimento and Lauren Mickey Miller were killed. Officials say it may take days before they can pull the plane out from the site, and this investigation will go into the weekend. Today, we expect to hear more from the courtroom in the court case against the man charged in a deadly dog attack. The LASPCA says they will give testimony in court today, as 2 of 3 dogs involved in the attack will remain in their custody. The dog attack killed 81-year-old Barbara Stewart outside her home in New Orleans East. Bridges' bond was originally $100,000, but he's since bonded out. His next hearing is set for May 5th. One lawmaker wants a tax deduction on tips, something he says will help hardworking middle-class families. State Rep Alonzo Knox filed the bill, which would apply to people making $65,000 a year or less. Knox says his constituents who work hard as Uber drivers, barbers, and at restaurants are hurting financially, and this is one way to offer relief. Now, you may have noticed gas prices are going up. AAA says the price you pay for a gallon of gas jumped more than 10 cents this week. The agency says refinery maintenance and the switch to a summer blend are among the factors driving up the price. But some speculate prices are beginning to creep up because of those newly announced tariffs. I'm Daryl Forges. That's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day and a phenomenal weekend.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana communities through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation, please visit us at www.jazzandheritage.org.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
I said, now everything I do gonna be funky from now on. Everything I do gonna be funky from now on. Just be myself and do my thing. The soul can't do no harm. Everything I do gonna be funky from now on. Everything I do be funky. Everything I do gonna be funky. Some men say that I ain't got no class, but I'm do what I wanna do. So groove with me if you can. Just do what you wanna do. Oh shit. Why? Down on fire. never before have I felt so good. Just being natural me. Mine are hangers and mine are tight. Deep inside I'm free. Let your head down, get down with it. Just say what's right or wrong. See if everything I can do gonna be funky from now on. Gonna be funky. Everything I do gonna be funky. Everything I do gonna be funky. Everything I do gonna be funky. From now on.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch,
Everything I
WBOK
do gonna be
12:30
funky.
a.m. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Braylon Brian Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Brother Naira's on the other side of the glass, y'all. And I want y'all to know that everything I do is going to be funky from now on.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Sounds good.
Some may say it's been pretty funky already, Greg. I said, well, I'm true to the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. Ain't no shame here. Yes, indeed.
So there was some conversation about Morgan Freeman and him being able to bounce back versus Cuba Gooding Jr. People kind of staying away from him. Morgan Freeman messing with his step granddaughter. She was an adult. It's creepy, but it was not illegal. Cuba Gooding just out here grabbing people goodies is illegal. No. Ask people for permission before you just start touching people's parts.
Step granddaughter.
It's creepy, but she was an adult.
What did she call you?
Ew.
Pop?
Ew. It's gross. But so who's that? Belichick, who has a 24-year-old wife or something like that? Yeah, all of that's gross. But she's an adult.
Who's 24? Wait, who?
Bill Belichick's
the
wife.
Coach?
Yeah.
Belichick got a 24-year-old?
Yes.
Go ahead, Coach.
Loose skin and old.
Yes.
Yuck.
Baby. Why not? With that baby, let me be a mom. I ain't getting mad no more. Lord, let me have a spare life and I get out of this and you forget it. That ain't never happening no more. Howsoever, yeah, I am a 24-year-old at one time. Don't know if I'd keep her. Don't know if I'd marry her. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not mad at that man. But because it was good for the goose, it's good for the goose. You did? Because old girl.
Well, she gonna capitalize. She wife.
Who?
I hope her prenup allows for her to get whatever she needs to get.
I was talking about like Cher and
Ew, that's
who is
still
the mother?
gross.
I don't, baby, it ain't gross if it's you.
Yuck.
And like them young men, Diana Ross said she wanted muscle. Ain't got no muscle on the old dude. She wanted a young man. Every young man in that video was a young man, younger than her.
Younger than her, still she did not.
But they
have
was grown.
Loose
you don't
skin.
know that. You don't know how Diana Ross' skin was. Nah.
Diana Ross barely got loose skin now.
Babe, I don't know, but you ain't there with her. You ain't one of them young men that's trying to find out if you got muscles.
Yuck.
I did not know Bill Belichick had a twin. How old is Belichick? Like 60?
60? 80?
Good. Even much better. Better living through chemistry. Take you one of them blue diamonds and do your thing, Pop. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, take one so you can come and go and get off of me.
And look, of course his money got him a 24-year-old.
I would like to go to the bank now.
You need money to get a 24-year-old right now, Josh. You need money to get a 34-year-old. What's your point, cousin? Belichick money got him a 24-year-old. And?
Yuck.
And? What are you talking about? Y'all, let's not get all high and mighty.
No, he's 72.
72. You do not have to be Bill Belichick to have money as a necessity if you're trying to get a relationship.
This is his girlfriend. She just turned 24.
It's not his wife.
No, it's his girlfriend.
Hey, come on now.
Unhand me.
Go ahead, Bill.
No, thank you.
I ain't mad at you. I might not like your coaching, but I ain't mad at you, cousin.
Yuck.
why would I be? I'd be a hypocrite. And I'm not that.
Gross.
I'm not that. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Pamela. What's happening?
Good morning, my Front Porch family. I just wanted to call and mind my manners and say good morning.
Good morning to you.
Thank you, guys. Look, I'm not going to keep you but a quick second. I want y'all to have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and all prayers be to God and to all of us. And I love you guys, and have a great time, okay?
All right, love. You do too. Take care here, Pam.
All right, thank you.
All right, baby. Bye-bye. Josh, see, I'm not giving me a 24-year-old if I had money because I can't read emojis, and 24-year-old only read text and emojis.
You are not wrong.
Don't text her. Keep her with you.
You're
You
not
got
wrong.
You got that kind of money. Keep that 24-year-old occupied. Get her away from the stuff that she been doing and show her some stuff that she ought to do. The only way you gonna get her mind off the stuff that she doing if you give her something else to do.
Gross.
That could be gross. Might be kind of nice. You just never know. It might fall somewhere right in between gross and nice. Get you one, man. Ain't nothing. Look, no romance without finance.
Oh, you right.
Y'all know that. So why?
What is the contract,
Is it
sir?
why is it surprising when you say Bill Belichick
I'm
money
not
got him a
surprised.
24-year-old?
I'm not surprised, but
I'm not mad. See, but you, bruh, if you got you a 24-year-old and you got some money, Josh, why did she text and sit next to you? You occupy time.
especially, can he read it? What's
Bring
his
her
response
somewhere.
time? Older people don't even look at their phones like that.
But I wouldn't even have to have my phone. I got you. I don't need my phone with me. Y'all got your priorities mixed up. If I got you with me, the last thing I'm thinking about is my phone. The last thing. So, yeah, shouts out to Bill. And shouts out to all of y'all that know you need money for finance and romance.
Ugh.
Don't act like you know. Y'all done heard songs like that. What's that other one? No finance without romance.
No romance without finance.
And there's another one. Come on, y'all. Don't start. Y'all know the songs out there where this is not the first time that sentiment has been expressed musically. The no romance without finance keeps coming to mind.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Ain't nothing going on but the rent.
That's the same song
That's the
that
same
you were saying
song.
before.
All
yes.
right. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking. Santa baby. Come on now. Yeah, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
The rabbit has always had the gun in that particular situation.
On both sides. On both sides. There have been widows who of rich men who did not go and get their rich old man best friend.
They shouldn't have.
Of course they shouldn't have. Of course not. Why would you? You got freedom and money.
Not
what you gonna
just
go
that,
do?
though. Why do I want my guy's friend?
Or anybody in his milieu, any of his golf buddies, any of his country club. I don't want none of them.
No.
I want, as in the wonderful words of the great boss Diana Ross, muscles. And she got the money and the wherewithal to get them. I ain't mad at you. I am not. I'm no more mad at that lady for doing that than I'm mad at Bill Belichick for having a 24-year-old girlfriend. I understand. I understand clearly. And if you think it's just money on that level, you're deluding yourself. You know better. You know better. No romance without finance.
Ick.
Look, Josh said, not saying she's a gold digger. You understand? This is not a new sentiment. So don't act like that's brand new. Talking about his money got him that girl. Yes, it did. It certainly did. It did. If it didn't, it damn sure didn't hurt. I can tell you that. Yes, sir. So that is what we're talking about, kids. I'm trying to think of some more of them songs, man. But you know there are many. There are many. Speaking of news.
Okay. Alrighty.
They asked the former president, 44, I think, Barack Hussein Obama.
Yes.
About the world and about what's going on in America and everything else like that, right? And he said some things, of course, critical of the policies and the things that are going on, talking about the Wall Street and investments in the world statue that the United States has lost all around the world. But then he said the headline was the 8 devastating words that Obama said during the interview. And the 8 devastating words was, imagine if I had done any of that. Can you? Can you? That was the former president saying that. Imagine that I had done any of that. What's happening? Any of it. And you all know, just like I do, the silence that you hear from the majority party in the midst of this is resounding. And you know that there would have been so much noise if, as the former president said, imagine that I had done any, not one, not all, any of it. What would the reaction be? What would the world be saying? What would the other side be saying? And now you could hear a mouse pee on cotton. Can't hear nothing. Ain't saying nothing. I don't want no scrub, Josh. That's another one. That's from the girl side.
Correct.
That's from the girl side. I don't want no scrub. So there you go. There you go. I know they're out there. It's the truth.
It's whatever.
Well, it's not that.
I mean, money is needed to live. Let's start there. Money is needed to live.
Well,
you gotta buy food. You gotta buy clothes.
I guess you got to buy love.
However,
too.
when you start leveraging, and that's the thing.
What?
Desirability is what you leverage. And some people, if all your desirability is in your wallet, well, then that's what you leverage, your money.
Exactly right.
And if you are someone who has the desirability and not the resources, you leverage your desirability. So
to somebody with what?
With resources.
There you go.
So
it's the way of the world on both sides. On both sides. Old rich widow woman, that's my pool boy.
Yeah, yuck.
Yes. Everybody doing it.
I guess.
Everybody doing it. You got that paper, you know you're doing it because you can. Oh, Russell Brand got charged with rape and sexual assault. Look at that. I'm sorry. I was just scrolling through CNN, y'all. That one jumped out at me. I had not seen that. Russell Brand, the comedian.
Borat.
This is, that's subscription too? I'll tell you what, you keep that story. But no, I didn't know that. Wow.
Listen, I need people to still be on alert about sexual assault and things that used to be excused. If it's not okay for your children or your daughters or your sons to have their will taken from them, stay vigilant, because so many times people will excuse those acts of assault. Well, she asked for it. Really? Did she indeed ask for it? How did she indeed ask for it? Well, look at what she had on. Again, did she ask for it? Did she say, hey, please come assault me? If the answer to that is no, for those of y'all who are comfortable with the rapiness of things, you are a part of the problem. But yeah, he probably, if he's been charged with sexual assault and rape, that's 2 different counts. That's two different charges.
I can't get into specifics.
You may be able to get from another source. And that's Russell.
His name's Russell Brand, Brand.
Let's see.
UK.
Let's see what they're saying about him.
So yeah, man. It is that just popped up.
So he's been charged with rape and indecent assault and sexual. There's 3 different charges. He's been charged with rape, indecent assault, and sexual assault by London's Metropolitan Police, with the comedian and TV host saying he's incredibly grateful to be able to defend the charges in court. The police said this afternoon that Brand has been charged with 1 count of rape, 1 count of indecent assault, 1 count of oral rape, and 2 counts of sexual assault after detectives started investigating 18 months back. The investigation was sparked by allegations reported by Channel 4 and the Sunday Times. The charges relate to 4 separate women. It has been alleged that Brand raped a woman in Bournemouth in 1999, indecently assaulted a woman in 2001 in Westminster, London, orally raped and sexually assaulted a woman in Westminster in 2004, and between 2004 and 2005, sexually assaulted a woman also in Westminster. A statement Friday said the police had issued a charge and requisition to the 50-year-old whose residence was listed as Oxfordshire, South England. The women who have made reports continue to receive support from specially trained officers, and the Met's investigation remains open, and detectives ask anyone who has been affected by this case or anyone who has any information to come forward and speak with police. A dedicated team of investigators is available.
Well,
that's a lot of different charges.
Yeah, from 99 to, what was the last one?
2004.
2005. 2005, from 99 to 05. Wow. And see, that was, I would imagine that's prior to your being Russell Brand.
No,
if you know,
I feel like,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, as big as he was, because I know Boy Rat had been out by then. Boy Rat and all of those. Let me look and see when his movie started coming, because he wasn't Boy Rat.
Yeah.
But let me see.
Russell Brand was, I know he was a comedian, did a couple of movies. His name was bouncing around for a while because I remember he looked like one of them Gibb boys. He looked like one of the Gibb brothers, the Bee Gees. Andy Gibb, he had the long full hair and the beard, and he reminded me of one of the Bee Gees. So I remember when he popped out, but I don't, if this was in 99.
So Penelope looks like 2006. 2006 is
like when he broke out.
Yeah.
So all of these were prior to him becoming
the year before
who he is, Russell Brand. Well, you're gonna find out pretty soon. 4 charges, 4 different women. Good luck. You say you're looking forward to it. So you probably gonna have something to look forward to. You get a chance to defend yourself and in court.
And I know they're going to. I know that they're going to add into the fact that he's had a struggle with bipolar disorder, that he's also had struggles with heroin and crack, and he's had a sex addiction and bulimia. So all of those things are going to get muddled into that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you see, but that also might go into play for some sympathy because he's Russell Brand and he's got the look that some people like, and if he goes with that vulnerable, sad struggle, they may go easy on him. That's a possibility. I don't know, but we'll see. I can't promise I'm gonna be keeping up with old boy, but if something else pops up on my CNN like that, I'll most surely get distracted by it and share it with you guys. So that's what happened this time. That's how we went down the Russell Brand rabbit hole. So good luck with that, Russ. All the best to you, dude. And niggas say it makes my blood boil when they say someone they asked for it. Yeah, well.
And there's some people of a certain age that lean into that, both men and women. And it is like, okay, so what was the phrasing that they asked for it is what I want to know.
That's it. And there's none. And that's because that's a, facetious question. It's not, because there's not any. That's you. When you say she asked for it, that's not her. There's no quote that you can give. That's not her. That's you justifying your behavior or justifying somebody else's behavior. There's not a quote that somebody uttered that would say, yes, that's you looking at that individual, even if she's a little girl. Because some of y'all see if she's a little black girl, she asked for it.
If she's a girl, if she developed early,
if she's a girl,
then she was ready for it.
What about the 7-year-olds, the 10-year-olds?
Y'all are rapey individuals, and you need to really be addressed. And if you feeling hit by it, I'm talking to you because some of y'all have uttered those phrases, and y'all are trash for doing so.
She asked for it. How, dude? You got to explain that because, no, I don't think there's no explaining that. Might explain it to yourself. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Stick and stay, y'all. We're going to see you on the other side of the break.
This is your news update for WBOK 1230 AM from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Another mild, muggy, and breezy start, partly to mostly cloudy skies with highs in the low to mid-80s. Another mild night, lows in the 70s. Saturday sees more sunshine, highs in the mid to upper 80s. Early morning storms expected Sunday, leaving around noon. 60s and 70s for highs next week. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
WBOK and LCMC Health are proud to present Keeping You Well Cafe. 60 Minutes with LCMC Health, where the doctors speak directly to the people of New Orleans. LCMC Health is committed to improving the quality of care here in New Orleans, the Gulf South, and beyond. The Keeping You Well Cafe is another way for LCMC Health to engage with the community. At the Keeping You Well Cafe, LCMC Health joins WBOK and local businesses to answer your questions about wellness and health.
Welcome to Liberty Bank and Trust, where your financial journey transforms communities. Since 1972, our customized banking solutions power your dreams and fuel your community growth. Every dollar you invest with us circles back to empower more people, ensuring opportunities for generations. Join us at Liberty Bank. Together, we empower possibility. Visit libertybank.net to start banking with purpose. Liberty Bank, there's freedom here.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230
day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Brian
And
Banks.
I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Brother Nyron on the other side of the glass, bringing it to you on this Free Your Mind Friday. So get your brass up with one of the members of the class of the 2025 Artie Awards, the music nominee and winner, the one and only Peanuts.
Yes.
Brass Band.
Love
Who
it.
you gonna call?
The Peanuts.
That's who you ought to call.
Yes.
Yes, indeed, Joe.
That's super cool.
Very nice. Good song. Great vibe. Hope y'all get a chance to come out to the artists over the weekend. It will be tomorrow at 4 p.m. at
The McDonough 35, Senior High School, 4000 Ron Eagle Way.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say the, so I, let Kimber do it. It's got to happen that way. My understanding is in 2025 there has to be that emphatic the.
It's always been.
I've never.
It's always been.
I've never ascribed to
the.
it. I believe you.
Yes.
I believe you. It's just that I've never ascribed to it. Never had a reason to, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, that's great. That you guys can do that, and you do it very well. Let me say that. So therefore, I feel no need to.
There you go.
There you see, do it myself. Absolutely. I've got a pro.
I have walked the halls.
Oh, I hear you.
Yes, walked the halls.
I hear you.
It's really a cool thing to know that 35 has survived 5 different locations. It is in its 5th home.
There you go, baby.
And still there.
Keep on moving.
Yeah.
You can't look.
Shout out to the alum and all of the people who have gone through all the twists and turns. Boy, I tell you, all we need to do is bring that test back and we'll be all right.
Baby, look, y'all done changed the name of the roaches. Y'all ain't, you've been trying to get rid of us, boss.
Yeah, we is here.
And we is still here. No.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, indeed. It is really
no
really
insult
something.
to any Ron Eagle. I guess you know that. I'm not being insulted, but that's not anything else. You cannot get rid of them as hard as you try.
Yeah.
You can't go on nowhere, which I think in the grand scheme of things is a beautiful thing.
Of course.
There you go.
Yeah, Nikki is not okay with the whole but they asked for it situation, and quite a few people have chimed in on it. She was saying that
men and women
say that, and
because men and women make excuses,
right?
Men and women make excuses for bad behavior. I'm not going back and forth.
And in history, it is always women. Now, women are weak according to men. That's why men have to be in leadership. But then also, women are powerful to cast spells over you. I mean, like, which is it? Are you brawn and dumb?
Yes.
Or are we weak and smart? I mean, how does this all work?
Yes.
And
the answer is yes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It
crazy
is,
to me.
If you try to subscribe, or follow all of that foolishness, you will stay in a state of confusion.
Yeah.
You will.
Which one is it?
But it's all of them. I make my life easier. I'm like the Gordian knot, right? The Gordian knot. If you know the parable about the Gordian knot, it was a puzzle, and everybody got called to try to undo it. Who can untie the Gordian knot? You will win all sorts of prizes. All your life dreams will come through. Who can untie the Gordian knot? And they kept trying to untie it, and nobody did, till once somebody came by there. You know what he did? Cut the rope. So that's how you untie the Gordian knot. And guess what? He won. He won. Cut the rope. Stop trying to untie all that foolishness. Stop trying to figure out why crazy people say crazy things. Why foolish people utter foolish utterances. Why are you trying to understand that foolishness? A better question for me.
Yeah.
Me. I just, don't listen. I'm not going to go with that. Oh, she deserved it. She brought it on herself. Okay, I'm leaving. It's time for me to go. There is no debate. There is no my trying to change your mind, trying to get you to see something, because from that statement, it is obvious that this is a conversation that I don't want to engage in because of that statement. And I'm done. I'm not going to, no, baby. You keep that over there. because it's making me itch.
You are dumb, and I gotta go.
And I don't even need to tell you. I can just leave. Because if I call you dumb, then you're going to want to engage me some more.
You could talk to my back.
I'm just
leaving. You can talk to my back.
I'm just leaving. I'm out the door. Bye-bye, Boydie. I have not seen you. Don't want to see you. Haven't seen you. Wouldn't want to be you. I'm out. Straight just like that. I don't want to play no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because that's just foolishness. That's just foolishness. I cannot get behind that, and I am not going to get behind something so silly, so unfair as to blame the victim, which is what so many of you all like to do for seemingly, I don't know why, whatever reason you have, whatever rationale you attribute to it, you like to blame the victim and say,
it's not just blaming the victim. You like to absolve yourself of the responsibility or culpability of the person you support or of yourself.
You blame the victim, which takes the blame off of you or off of anybody else who actually perpetrated the deed.
Right.
You blame the victim. That way you don't have to look for anybody else. That way you don't have to point the finger at yourself or nobody that looks like you. You can say, look, it was her fault. And everybody say, oh, yeah, you're right, it was her fault.
You are rapist empathizers, and you are just as bad as the person who committed the assault itself. So, yeah.
There you go. Niggas say exactly. I do the same thing, Grill, and I have to walk away because it's utterly ridiculous. I'm not going to. That stuff might be contagious. I'm not going to stay around here and talk to you. It might jump off on me. I ain't asked the docs if stupidity is contagious, but next time they hear
it is. It grows.
I will tell you.
Look at who's sitting in the office.
Go forth from a foolish man, y'all. Thank y'all for giving us 3 hours out of your lives that you'll never get back, and we certainly hope we've given you a little bit of something in return for the investment of your time. I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Take care of yourselves and each other.
Brother Nyron on the other side of the glass, y'all. Practice random acts of kindness. Do something nice for somebody just because it's a nice thing to do. Take care of yourselves and each other, and we're going to see y'all on the flip.